All right, should we kick this off?
Yeah.
Maybe, Morri, you can sort of take us right back to the very beginning, sort of where you came up, where you're from. I guess where you
Wait. Aren't you going to do like an introduction or something? Like, you already did. Was that it before?
Nah, you can do the introduction. Go. Liggy on the spot.
What's up and welcome to the best in New Zealand, the Binz. Oh, wait. What up and welcome to the BINZPodcast, best in New Zealand, skateboarding and more.
We're sitting down here today with Morri Morrison.
I'm Levi Hawken and this is Chey and Aotearoa, your hosts.
With the most. All right.
So, boy, imagine us like 30 years ago thinking we'd be here and all be wearing glasses because we're that old.
Yeah.
Quite incredible, eh?
30 years.
I never thought I'd wear glasses.
Yeah, I never wanted to wear glasses.
All going blind.
I actually just got a voucher from OPSM, so
2 for 1.
No. So I did this commercial for them. Didn't you do that?
Nah, I did
the
dental. Oh, I did the dentist one.
Oh, right.
Lumino, the dentist.
When you're skating in Vic Park, eh?
I'm so happy today. Okay. It's good though. Keep getting what do they call it? When they keep rolling over the royalties.
Yeah. Residuals.
Oh yeah, the rollovers.
Yeah, I got like 3 seasons there. I was stoked.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just got a rollover for some like milk food feed or something. Cow feed. Yeah, like I played like a possum.
All right.
Anyway, what was the first question?
First question is, Morri, tell us where you came up, where you're born.
Okay, so I was adopted back in the day, and I was born in Foxton Beach.
Wow.
And then grew up in Slacks Road, Palmerston North, till I was 5, and went to Slacks Road Primary. And then my adopted dad died of cancer when I was 5. And so then we kind of drifted for like a year or 2. And then my mum randomly brought a farm in Aotearoa.
Wow.
I don't know where you know.
Do you
know
Aotearoa?
do you know where Aotearoa is?
Central Hawke's Bay, maybe?
And Moko? No. So like, when you drive from Tikawiti to New Plymouth, and you finally reach the coast for a little bit, and then you start going back inland a bit. That's Aotearoa and Moko.
Okay.
It's the smallest town ever. So I went to Aotearoa Primary, and then Moko Primary, and we lived on a farm like 20k up the road inland in the middle of nowhere. And one Christmas, it was 1977, I got like a little blue plastic tracks board that was super small for Christmas. And my brother had already gone to New Plymouth boarding school, and my sister was older than me, so she had already moved out to Auckland. So I pretty much had no one to play with. So all as I did, we had like a 40-foot strip of flat concrete driveway. So I just pushed up and down all day long on that, right? And because I had nothing else to do.
How old were you at that point?
Like in between 7 and 9.
Oh, yeah.
And we used to farm sheep and shit, so we used to go to the shearing shed and do all that stuff. And
Wow.
Anyway, we sold the farm, it didn't work. I think Mum lost shit ton of money. We moved to Weymouth in South Auckland, and that was where I skated my first quarter pipe. I got a photo I can show you sometime of, it's not like a quarter pipe, it's like a wedge bank, right? And I met another kid in the street, and we kind of broke down. And anyway, later on, we moved to Papatoe, in Preston's Road, which is like the boundary of Aotearoa, like in these like 2-bedroom brick and tile flats, right?
Right. Is this just you and your mum?
Yeah. And we lived there for ages, and I went to Puanui Primary School. And then just down the road from there was Allenby Road Skate Park, right?
Right.
And
Nice.
so like I was like, sick, this is rad, like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Skated there every single day for like, I don't know, 3 years, and that's where I met Spittle and Shane Munden and Tom Wiley and all those dudes.
Was that one of the only parks around, or was it just...
Well,
happened to be
for
where
me
they
it was
lived?
because
Yeah.
I was 9 years old with no transport, and my mum worked all day
Trapped
long,
in
and
a 10K
that's all I knew,
vicinity.
There would have been like just a few bowls. There was like that one, and there was probably like Crossfields and maybe Toll Street, like just all those original sort of dishes.
maybe I think Newland got built after that, but
Yeah.
it would have been, and Cornwall Park.
Yeah, Cornwall Park. Yeah. Those are like the OGs, eh?
Yeah, so there wasn't much around.
Yeah.
So anyway, then we heard of this new park in Manukau City getting built called Skatopia, right? And we were just like, oh my God, this is insane. So I was there for the opening day, and Piggy Muldoon was there, Rob Muldoon, Prime Minister. And it was sick. All the pros were there, Elroy Ainsley and Grant McCready and like all the big names. And so we were frothing. Anyway, we had lots of good times there. When I was 9, I won the. Back then, you didn't have necessarily the bowl skating contest or the freestyle. You had it was like, what was it called?
Well, explain the course, like the whole park. Like I've sort of seen bits of it. Is it kind of like?
So there was
like?
a baby pool, kind of like a backyard pool. There was
Yeah.
a massive half pipe, which was like 150 feet long, went into a 15-foot.
And did it have like no flat bottom?
Yeah, just like kind of like
Did it
that.
have, like
A
grindable
U-pipe?
edges, or was it kind of like?
Yeah, it was
rolled?
rounded, but you could
Yeah.
grind hard out,
Yeah, yeah.
and you could board slide and stuff. Into a 15-foot bowl. Then they had a freestyle area with banks. They had a you think of a pyramid, they had a reverse pyramid, right? So it went in to a point at the bottom, so you could go voo, 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 all around, and then come all the way back up. It was actually pretty fun to
wow.
skate.
Wow.
And then they had a mini snake run. Then they had a massive big snake run into a big bowl. They had a clover leaf, a 3-leaf clover, and then they had a drainage ditch, which was like flat bottom with just flat banks. And they'd had that's where they had the slalom.
So there was like
cones down there.
enough to skate there and not get sick of
Oh
it.
nah, yeah, dude, it was all day long.
And like
yeah.
compared to like say Vic, how big was that?
Probably four times Vic,
Yeah.
maybe 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was massive.
Is it true that like the bumper boat pool is like part of like the original?
Well, when they started bulldozing it, we still skated hard out. We jumped the fence.
Yeah, I've seen some of the footage from
Yeah, and
Andrew
we'd still skate it. To my recollection, yeah, the bits of it, it'll be lips chopped out and maybe the bottom tranny's still
Yeah.
there, or but not properly. Maybe.
Yeah.
How long did that last for? Like,
So opening day, I don't even know when opening day was. It might have been 1980, right? Let's just say. And I think it closed down in early '84.
okay, so
Right.
you got a 4-year window of like
Yeah, and we
skating
had
the best.
heaps of rad contests,
Shit,
and
yeah.
we were all BMX bunnies back then too, like as the whole world was, because that was the craze.
Crossover, yeah.
Yeah, and so we did a bit of that, and it closed. We're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And so we're not going back to Allenby anymore. That's dog shit,
Yeah.
And so then that was literally the birth of ramp skating. Like,
Yeah.
what happened was it was this dude called Mark.
One quick question before we leave. What
Skate
shoes
up.
were you wearing?
With shoes,
Yeah.
Barter bullets. That's all you could get.
Or
Well,
Chuck Taylor's, right?
Nah, dude, I was cashless.
Oh no, but
Those are
maybe
those are
the
Flash.
other dudes were the Flash guys are wearing Chucks.
Oh yeah, like you got to remember, I was solo
yeah.
kid,
No.
super
Southside.
poor, Southside as yeah.
The reason why I say that is because on the first episode I talked about going there, and I was 5, didn't even skate,
Yeah,
and just been mesmerized by. It was probably you.
yeah.
But actually, you weren't wearing Chucks, so it might not have been you. But you might have been in the background.
Yeah.
No, I saw someone wearing Chuck Taylors in the.
Now it would have been
Skatopia.
Shane Munden. He had all the fly
It was
stuff.
someone who was good, and I was kind of like, whoa. And I liked the shoes, and then it kind of like. it
Yeah,
was a
I
start of
guarantee
shoe
it was
fetish.
probably him. He was
Okay.
he was super rad at that time,
We'll have to
and
get Shane Munden
still
in
is.
one
He's
day.
the man.
I'm keen to get
But,
Shane Munden in.
He was rad. He always had the fly shit. A couple of other dudes always had the best product, and when Shane would completely ruin his board and like throw it away, I'd go, hey, yeah,
Over here.
I'm keen.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah. And
And
I
it's-
remember once, this is a funny story, man. Like, I got a BMX bike for Christmas, right? And I was like, oh, sick, I'll ride it down the half pipe. And I got a couple photos of doing old, like, full tabletops down the half pipe and stuff. And I started getting better and better at it. And then I landed a tabletop in the half pipe, and it broke, and I hit my shin. You can imagine the slam, right?
Snapped
Just
it off.
ate shit.
Yeah.
And literally, I'd had the bike for like 3 weeks. And it was like, I don't know how much, a brand new HMX or whatever would have cost.
Was it HMX 500?
The
Yeah.
yellow one.
Weren't those
Yeah,
things
the
like
yellow
made
one.
of
Yeah.
like
That.
tin or something?
Yeah.
Made
I was
of
just
it.
like, oh my God, my mum is going to be so pissed because I think she'd put it on hire purchase from Manukau Mowers and Cycles, right?
yeah.
And anyway, so her new boyfriend goes, oh, don't worry, bro, I'll fix it. Fucking sweet as. And so he
Welded
got
it back together.
Yeah, he got like a piece of chromoly and put it in between the two tubes and welded it.
Yes.
And he also did another crack up job for a skateboard repair as well. And he something to do with mounting hardware. I can't remember what happened, but he brought it back and on the top where the grip tape is, the mounting hardware, he put these massive bolts that were like that high above the grip tape. And I'm like, cheers, man.
Sort of like tech screws or something with like the big the
just-
nut like a kingpin.
It's kind of like the reverse.
I was like,
the
oh.
opposite of a
Suicide bolts.
Suicide bolts.
I was like, oh, I
Yeah,
kind of
but not
appreciate
really.
that, but I kind of can't skate that, eh?
Yeah.
And I think he might have even drilled bigger holes in the base plate of my truck, and so I was totally screwed, you know?
Oh no. Yeah, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
For good.
So you have like 4 kingpins holding your trucks on.
Oh, sick. And then so after Skatopia,
Yep.
where'd you go?
Sorry, there was this guy called Mark Burke, was our pretty much our first quarter pipe, I think, and that was in Manurewa. And that was about maybe 6 foot, 7 foot high.
Yeah.
Right,
How
and-
wide? Like a sheet wide?
Oh, no, 2 sheets, 8 foot wide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, you big long push up. So, like, I remember like Lee Ralph, Jeff Wright, Shane Munden, David Austin, all these kind of people would skate it and, get pretty rad on it, like full hand plants on the coping and everything. Like,
So dudes were traveling all over from Auckland just to skate.
yeah,
that
well, after
quarter pipe.
Skatopia closed, pretty much everyone gave up, right?
Yeah.
That's where the whole No More Heroes story
Yeah.
came from, I guess. But and so there was only literally a handful of dudes that kept skating, and so we were like, "Fuck, this is rad." And then Spitter was like, "Hey, well, what's the next kind of thing on from this? Like, all right, let's have a flat bank that goes into a quarter pipe, right?"
Oh, yeah.
Fucking knows
What's that,
why.
Evel
I don't know
Knievel
why. Well, half
pipe?
pipes wasn't invented then. That was no, it wasn't invented.
right.
We hadn't even seen a half pipe.
Shit.
And so we're like, all right. So the first ramp at Spittle's house was like a flat bank with flat bottom into a quarter pipe. And then,
You just get one track and then
yeah, and that
next
would have been
dude
about
goes.
maybe 6 to 7 foot high as well. It wasn't much bigger. We skated the shit out of that and stole everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Back then you could. There was just like
Oh.
the sites where you just walk on. And
no
like,
CCTV.
Yeah.
And we were broke. We'd go to the netball courts and whoop, take the thing out,
Yeah.
chop the hoop off.
Yeah.
But that's what you had to do, And we built, we'd from like different iterations of that ramp, and then I think he built the 9 foot one was the best one, and that had a channel and an extension on it, and it
So
had
you're just coming from the wedge, do one trick, and then the next dude would go, or would you? Just
and you
carve
get
back
really
around
good
and
at
go?
doing the one trick,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
you'd do a kick turn or whatever, and it
Wouldn't
was
do
just
anything
like
on the wedge.
it kind of
like
just
a vert
it was
slide or a-
obvious that we'd grown out of that, and it became pointless,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was it a snake session back then, or was it just like you'd be nice and let one person?
Nah,
go?
not really, eh? No, it wasn't enough dudes to have a snake session.
Yeah. Shit.
But then once the half pipes came in, more dudes started coming out of the woodwork because it was actually something reasonably good to skate,
Yeah. You can get like a longer run, so you wouldn't get
Yeah.
bored so fast.
But the interesting thing is that a few Skatopia dudes that tried to transition across to ramp skating couldn't do it,
Ah.
right? And they were amazing skaters, but they
Yeah.
turned up a couple times and they just like was struggling with it. You could just
Yeah.
see. So that was interesting dynamic, and that lost a bunch of people.
Was that
Yeah.
because they were used to carving and like they had to like kick turn, and was it more like sort of trick based, or
Or was it the urethane
Well-
was that when
wheels?
did the
Back
rock
in
and roll
skate,
change
yeah,
it?
back in Skatopia, it was more carving and
Yeah.
everything, and then with vert, it's just lip. You got to be on the lip to be able to skate the ramp,
I think-
really, to get the
I think
speed.
Lee Ralph said that about the rock and roll, like when they started doing rock and rolls, and like all the surfers kind of like dropped out, and like because they couldn't do
Well,
the
I
rock
gu- I
and
guess-
roll,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
I
that
guess
was
the
sort of
ramp
like
is more-
the line in the sand when it
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, it was weird. Maybe they just didn't persevere enough with it. They just got
Yeah.
kind of dark on it straight away. But yes, that was a bummer because there was a lot of good skaters that should have kept skating. You know?
Yeah, what was the?
Yeah.
How many skaters were there? Was it kind of like today there was, or like I guess was it dudes would rock up you hadn't even seen before? Or was it kind of like you knew everyone in the scene and all?
We knew everyone. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And then at that stage, there was Chris Mills's ramp in Remuera. That was a bigger one. That started off at like 8 or 9 feet. And then we had the second version of that was 11 foot. And it was fucking a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Too much fat or
No, it's just
skinny?
super skinny.
Yeah.
And just looked like it went to the sky because it was 11 foot back then. It was pretty
Right.
big. But, it made us be able to blast proper
Yeah,
ears, because like on an 8 foot ramp, it's pretty hard to
Yeah.
to
And
do
that
anything.
was like the only ramp in Auckland at that point.
Yep.
So
and
did
right
they
around
have
that time, we heard about Lee's ramp in Nainai, right?
Right.
And so we're like, fuck, we could go down there. It sounds amazing. Like, and there's another crew to skate with. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit. And so me and Spittle, we hitchhiked the whole way to Wellington.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sick.
And we
How
got
old were you?
14, 13.
Damn.
I think 13.
Yeah. Back when you could hitch up.
And we got stuck on the,
You were 13.
the Bull Straight.
It's
And
the
then we
worst.
got there and we skated like all day, all night. And you can see some footage in that Lee Ralph documentary of us having that tic tac race around the car park.
Yeah.
That was that trip. And fucking funny, man. And I fell asleep because I was so tired from number one hitchhiking and number two skating. And someone fucking put dog shit in my ear.
Yeah.
They were just playing tricks, And I woke up and I was like, and they're all like, I could see they're all like looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck is everyone looking at me for?
Oh, because you were asleep? Yeah, right. You crashed
Yeah, I was
out in
going to
the
say I
middle
didn't
of
know,
the night. Yeah.
but they all had slight smirks on their face and they were trying to hold it in. And they went,
Brutal.
fuck. And then it was just, they just
yeah.
pissed themselves laughing. It was fucking funny.
Oh yeah. So tell us about the Wellington crew. So there was like probably only like were there anyone skating in the smaller areas around the country, or was it just kind of like major
Nah,
cities?
so
and
that
all
was that. There was Anselm Day, who's
Roughly what year would that be? 80.
84, 85.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And there was like Lee, Craig Harris, Anselm Day, and Gregor Rankin.
So
And-
Gregor Rankin was like the man, like.
Oh,
he
bro,
kinda-
well, he'd just come back from America.
Oh right, first
Yeah,
time.
and he wasn't pro at that stage. He was just riding for Variflex before Santa Cruz, right?
Yeah.
But he was just mechanical and fucking insane, just like
Yeah.
long runs of every trick, and we were just like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing, like.
Yeah.
And then Lee was the understudy, and
Yeah. Came up.
he was coming up, and Gregor was like, nah, fucking not good enough. Go back to the drawing
Yeah.
board, and
Right.
like tracking the
Trades,
whip.
like the tradie, like apprentice, kind of like.
Yeah.
That's not a straight line.
Sure.
It's-
It's so wild though, because even like I think in the 90s, like when Lee came back from America or you came back from America, like I fully remember you coming back and you had all this new stuff, like knee pads, with, like weird knee pads with like fluorescent pink orange backs
I
and
remember
like
those.
and like
I've
Fuck,
seen
those
them.
were hideous.
And-
Those were like mattresses on my knees. They weren't American. They were like Dennis the Menace pads. You know Dennis? Do you know that?
yeah. I didn't.
Gee, where were they from? Like New
He lived
Zealand?
in Onehunga.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize those ones were Dennis the Menace. I thought maybe they were the ones
They were
that
good because
kinda-
it saved
I
my
thought
knees, but they
I
look
thought
like
they
fucking
spawned-
shit,
They look like they could save your knees though. You could fall off the top of the ramp.
Yeah, but I
onto the
look like
flat
an
and go,
idiot.
psh.
Looking back at some of that footage, I'm like,
Dennis
oh my
the
god.
Menace. I remember that dude. It's like hanging out. He'd be there.
Yeah. He had a rad
Dennis.
mini ramp in his backyard. Did you guys ever skate that?
Nah.
Oh, super rad. Yeah, for a little bit.
I sort of I think I just remember him on like skating Onehunga and doing like edges and scaring us all.
Yeah.
Like he'd just go up and like go up on the edge of one wheel and then like not and he never seemed to eat shit though. Like it was terrifying.
Yeah.
He was a menace.
Dennis.
Okay, so that's like 85, and then sort of, I guess, what you just progress from there.
Well,
and
I
you
guess the
run more
next
ramps,
the next
got
thing was
land.
like maybe 86, 87. Alva Demo came over.
Yeah.
First thing I've seen pro skate pretty much.
Was that
And-
the first pro demo into the country? They were like American pros.
yeah, I think it might have been, man. Yeah, I mean there was Chris Strobe at Skatopia before that, but I think actually ramp skating demo.
Like a team.
I
Demo,
think that was it
yeah.
at PH. And I got to skate in the demo with them, you know,
yeah.
which was super rad. And then we partied and
yeah.
So
that was
when did the Piha ramp get built?
all those rad ramps got built right around the same time, you know.
Oh, okay. Because
Which
I thought the rad ramp, because Greyland, didn't that come in around 1989, 90?
I think Piha was the first one, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, because Piha was already there, I think, because that was like, I remember going to the Alva demo there, which would have been...
Because the dude that built the ramp, Peter Joyce, who's Stephen Joyce's dad.
Oh, that was his dad?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He lived, they lived out of Piha, I think, so that's why Piha got the first one.
Yeah.
And then there was heaps of them around Auckland, like at one stage.
I remember
you know?
coming up from Hawke's Bay, just like finding out where the ramps were and just like going to all of them.
Yeah.
Te Aotearoa. Levi never got to skate Te Aotearoa.
We were watching all this footage.
Oh, man.
We were watching all this footage, and there was footage of, I'm sure it was Abbott's Way, because it had rad ramps written on it, and it had a run of me skating it as well, and I'm like tiny.
I think I've got footage of you.
That's on your video that's got
It's definitely Abbott's Way. Yeah,
Is it Abbott's Way?
Yeah.
Because he was trying to say it was Te Aotearoa, and I was like, I've never skated a ramp in Te Aotearoa. Like, I don't...
And then for
Me, you and Scully, right?
Yeah.
No, it's Abbott's Way for sure.
You telling me that you'd never skated a ramp in
Te Aotearoa,
and you lived in Auckland is like, wow.
But Auckland was different back then. Like,
you didn't venture out of
I was a
like,
little kid, and I got my first skateboard probably when I was 7, which was probably 82 or something, which was terrible. But I didn't even know that Skatopia existed. Yeah. Like, I didn't.
Oh no, I'm just saying around that time when you're skating that ramp and the footage, which we'll put up, that you didn't know about Te Aotearoa or you didn't go to Te Aotearoa.
No, like just it was. Like, you might hear about something, but like you also like you couldn't just Google it. Like, you had to like you kind of had to know someone who could take you there.
I went there because I guess we actually stayed in Te Aotearoa. That's why I went there. But
well, that's like when we lived in
dude, I didn't even know where Te Aotearoa was or how to get there or anything. I was
I was just giving you shit, bro, because you're not a real skate rat, bro. You would have skated every ramp in Auckland if you were. Nah, just kidding.
When we lived in Pepatoi, we caught the bus all up Great South Road to Great North Road, and then we jumped off the bus and fucking, no word of a lie, we skated the whole way to New Lynn.
That was the way, eh?
Dude,
skated for 3 hours, and then skated the whole way home, and then caught the bus because there was only the one bus.
Yeah,
but that's what you did, and same thing with Waiuku. You know, remember Waiuku? I came
to Auckland as well. I went to Aotearoa, and then some dude goes, "Oh, do you want to go skate New Lynn?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, skate park." And I don't know how we got there, but maybe we did the same thing.
Probably did.
Skated there. Like,
you had to. You had no one had a car.
I can't remember. So we used to skate to Green Lane to go to Georgie Pie because there was only one Georgie Pie, and it was dollar pies. Everything was $1, and so we'd skate all the way to Green Lane and like skate whatever we found on the way there, and then eat pies, and then skate all the way back.
Yeah.
And then, skate the city and then skate home. Or
die. Yeah.
It was a bit easier back then because wheels were kind of a bit bigger, and softer.
Let's not go into urethane. We might be stuck for another 45 minutes.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Okay. All right. This might be jumping back, but kind of name your first legit setup. What was it? Like, I remember, I guess most kids, will recall their very first setup or their first.
You said your first setup was a Trax.
Yeah, but it's a plastic fucking like a penny board.
But they at least had good wheels and bearings, didn't they? Because
they did.
It wasn't.
But I wouldn't claim
plastic.
that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd claim, to be honest. Like I said, I rode so much hand-me-down shit that was just dog shit. Like a tale about this long,
board that your mum bought you and went like. And it was brand new. Yeah, brand new.
Oh, dude, I don't think she ever did. It was pretty harsh times.
Yeah.
You just hustled.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Well, what about when you first got sponsored? Then and the dude was like, "Hey, here's."
Well, I was just thinking about that on the way over here. I'm like, how did I even get sponsored? I can't remember.
Who was your first sponsor?
It was Edwards.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it was Mark's Surf Shop on Ponsonby Road. Because my mate Steen.
I met the daughter of Mark. She was telling me the whole story
Oh,
about
right.
it on Ponsonby Road because she
Yeah,
came into the shop and she was,
Oh, that I remember.
Remember that? On the corner?
flashbacks. They had like Town and Country, heaps of Town and Country, and like
Well,
Cosmic.
no, there was
and
no skate
like-
shops. That was kind of
Yeah.
before Cheapskates, you know, I think.
yeah.
And
I remember going in there, yeah, and like, did they have like cockroach wheels and stuff?
oh yeah, they had a bit of skate shit for sure. I think it was one of the
Yeah.
only surf shops in Auckland that sold skate stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They were
she was
like-
telling
that
me it
was
was
it.
the first skate shop and it was on Ponsonby Road. And
I
was
think
like,
they
oh,
even
wow.
had a team and stuff. Like it was
Yeah.
quite big, a big thing at one stage. But
Yeah.
when I was there and got hooked up, that was I just became surf buddies with this
How
friend
old?
of mine. Oh, again, probably 13, 14.
Yeah.
Steve
And, like,
Webster.
Like get a full
mate of mine.
setup, like here, just pick whatever you want, or
No, I can't. Maybe it was just hookups. I can't remember.
yeah.
And then I got a part-time job at Cheapskates Kaiba. I think that's how it all happened.
A little bit after Mark's.
A little bit
surf
after
shop.
Mark's, yeah. And then pretty much,
When did Cheapskates open?
well,
80.
78. I don't know. Frank kept changing it when we were working.
Yeah,
he kept like changing the date on the t-shirts and
Oh,
stuff.
right.
yeah. We went through
Alzheimer's.
heaps of different phases. Like there was when I started working there, you know, out the back they had they put the mini
Yeah.
ramp in, right?
I saw it on some TV show.
So
maybe a
above the
kid's
mini
show.
ramp was a mezzanine, and the chick was out there sewing surfboard covers, right, on a sewing machine. And my job was to tie the leg ropes. They made their own polyurethane leg ropes.
Surf bag and leg rope.
Yeah.
And this was
And then they
Frank
sold
owned
they
this
sold
business.
skis, snowboards, roller skates,
Surf
and not
skis.
rollerblades because rollerblades weren't invented yet. And then surf skis, wave skis,
Surf skis
goat
came, wave
boats.
skis came in, eh?
Is this is Frank Edwards It was called Cheapskates?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was making things like the Power Pivot out in Glen Innes, which is near right around the
Sunskate.
corner from where Sunskate was.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
Sunskate, Cityside.
Cityside.
Yeah. And
That's
so I
crazy.
started working there and just cleaning the toilets, doing shit jobs, and then I don't know how it happened, but I think Frank had almost flagged doing Edwards at that stage, and I was like, well, "Why don't you still do Edwards? I don't get it. Like, what the fuck?" And he's like, boy, you should bloody." And
Yeah,
then
boy.
well, I don't know if
It's
it was,
yours.
I don't know if it was me that sparked it or someone else. I can't remember. But we
Came out with the dead fish graphic.
yeah. So it started with the dead fish and all those kind of generic ones, and then
Get nodded.
eventually.
My memory of the dead fish was like the board was quite flat and it felt like the tail dipped down and then went up.
I've got a good story.
Did it dip down and
So
go
me
up?
and Spittle were working on a Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Late night Friday. And Frank comes in with the box of dead fish, the blue one, all over painted one.
I remember
He's like,
the
"Oh,
white
boy,
and pink.
we got
Yeah,
these
yeah,
buddy
yeah.
boards, they're fucking amazing. You should try them out." And I'm like, I get one out of the box and I'm like, Jesus Christ, these are really light. Like, holy fuck. These are like
Fijian balsa.
ridiculously light. Like, whoa. And Spittle was like, nah, it can't be true,
new
bro.
high
This-
tech.
And so I actually put one over my knee and I went,
Snapped it.
and then we went to Frank,
I'm
"Hey,
pretty
mate,
sure my mate's one
I
snapped."
think you got a little bit of an issue on your hands here, eh?" And then
Yeah.
I think he had to recall the whole lot.
Oh my god, how many was there? Like,
I don't know.
Was it a complete or was he selling them
Nah,
as
it was
decks?
just sticks, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Edwards Freaks?
Oh, yeah.
Those wheels, was that around the same
Edwards
time?
Freaks.
I don't remember Freaks. There was
Freaks.
there was
What's the square one?
Blasters.
There was like what was the
there was a
real
Stoker.
oblong one?
The Stoker was like the
Double rad?
square edge
No.
double rad, and then there was a double rad,
Oh,
which was
and
a
Edwards
rounded
Pinks.
edge.
Pigs.
Pinks.
Yeah, they were pink and they were
Pink.
kind of straight.
Yeah, straight on the back and kind of weird on.
Yeah,
ramp ripper.
almost straight on the front, but like a little bit of
Yeah.
maybe a flat bit and then like a convex.
Because I remember
They were actually pretty good, those
You
wheels.
don't even know about that wheel, bro.
I don't know. I know the Stokers, the ramp ripper, the blasters, and the double rad.
Ooh.
And
I only know the double rad and whatever that square one was. I
oh, you
thought it was
don't even
called
know about the other ones, bro.
Yeah, and around that time, because we started getting better at vert skating, right? And that was the only kind of skating. People, and ramps started getting built all around the country and shit. People started requesting demos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, man, for probably a year and a half, we did demos in like Aotearoa, Kaitaia, Invercargill, New Plymouth, fucking Gisborne.
Wow. And what would be like a team of like 5 dudes or like a couple?
You're just a couple, probably.
Yeah.
was that around like 87, 88? Like was that with Jamie Barron's and like
Roger Earp.
Because I remember going to I don't know if it was a comp demo in Takapuna in the car
Maybe
park.
Scott Wilson, Ian Madrick, those kind of dudes.
You were riding those blue Edwards boards, and they just had the Edwards like kind of angular, like the wave ski logo.
Yeah, and so we did so many demos just everywhere, man. Palmerston North, Taupo, just everywhere.
What, just driving down or getting flown down?
Bit of both, yeah. And
Those demos were rad though. Like that got me fully hyped. I think that was like when I like saw.
Napier,
guys
we
were,
did
like,
the
doing
Anderson Park one,
kickflips.
all that,
Oh, yeah.
And, we did one on the beach in Napier as well, the other vert ramp.
I wasn't there.
And so we did that for ages, and then obviously there was heaps of street contests, right?
Yeah.
And
So we kind of like getting close to 87, 88?
87, 86, 87. And so then started winning the majority of those street contests, which is fucking unbelievable. But there was
your New Deal part. The street was sick. I remember you doing some shit.
there was spine ramps, and it wasn't street skating as we know it today. You know,
But
it
it
was
was like they'd have,
the
I
back
think I
50,
remember.
street
Aotearoa.
styling.
That was
But they'd have
crazy.
like a big fun box, and you'd be blasting off it, like doing sort of airs and like.
It
you
was
know,
like the Newton Gully street contest, right, on the corner there.
Yeah.
And Gons turned up because he was over here staying with
some
Lee.
missed that one, damn.
I've heard stories about Gon's being here and
Yeah, and then we had one. Where the Hilton is on the waterfront now, downtown.
yeah.
There was
Princess
one in
Wharf.
there, Princess Wharf.
Was it one or was there multiple down there? 'Cause I was
might have been
there
a couple,
I was
can't
there for
remember.
one.
Was that before the Blue Tile comp that was down there? Was there stuff going on there already?
Might have been a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was like heaps of Takapuna ones as well under the cover in that car park.
Yeah, that's the one I went to,
Yeah.
and I remember.
And the one that Tim Cutts did the big melon off the top of the container to the flat.
Oh yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen that. Like, I remember coming up around when Tim.
That
Cutts
was
like
a bit later
blasting
though, like stuff.
And then of course that led into Paraparumu Nationals, right?
Yeah.
And
That was
which is
that
what,
was
87 or
pre-
something? 86.
Was that pre? You know, what about the Gon? Not the Gons. The Nardis and Gator demo. When was that? That was
That would have been a little bit later.
one after. Who came first in the street in that one?
Aaron Signer.
Uh,
Remember that Canadian dude?
He came to my
And
school.
Sanders, didn't Jeff Sanders get second?
I'm not sure. He came.
I thought he got second because he was really close to
maybe,
winning it. Yeah.
Yeah, when I started at Selwyn, Aaron Signer was there, and he was like a legend, and like, but he never skated. Like he had like a hot girlfriend, and like just kind of would rock up like wearing some
Beverly Hills
Avia 816s, and like, but that was a
Avia.
skate shoe,
Oh, yeah.
and like they were like basketball tennis shoes or whatever, and like I just remember he'd like every now and then he'd like come and like we'd be skating and he'd just come and have a go on our boards and like do tricks and kind of blow our minds, and then like go back over to his girlfriend and.
When was Skating Style? When did that come out? Because I like when you're talking about all these demos and guys, like because I was living in Hawke's Bay, my only, window to seeing that was through the Skating Style.
So-
meeting.
This is buzzy too. So Skating Style was started by a guy called Mark Taylor, who's a ginger guy, right? And he,
That's all right,
no, but it's
Very
just
ginger or
There's some
medium
relevance.
ginger?
hella ginger. No, but he's a super rad dude. But
but
interestingly enough, he started Sterling Sports.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
He's the Sterling Sports dude. Because remember how Sterling Sports got into skating hard out for a while there?
Dude, I got
Yeah.
my first pro board from Sterling
So
Sports.
he owned
That was him.
Skating Style, and
Wow.
my flatmate when we lived in One Tree Hill,
Yeah.
Greg Jarman, he was the
Yeah.
editor.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. He must be a rich man.
No,
these
but I mean,
days.
he's Sterling Sports dude, right?
That's-
No one would
that's
ever
rad.
think that he had a
Yeah.
skateboard magazine.
Yeah. Anyway, Skating Style. How many issues was there of that?
I have no idea. Probably would have been at least 10 or something, right?
Holy
10, 15
shit.
maybe?
There was a few like they because I think like I remember having
Can't remember how often they came out.
was the first one the one that had that Nationals in it, or was there one before that? Like that's sort of like
Was it the Nationals where the covers Ivan Gregoff doing a melon in it with the
Yeah,
maybe
that
he's
was-
got
that was
the
a cool
red, the
one.
red,
Knee
the
thing.
pink knee,
yeah
the Nardis knee gasket.
Yeah.
I wonder if he even had a sore knee, or he was just like he's just wearing it to be like Nardis.
That looked cool.
Yeah,
I got jacked. I got the cover once, and it was a front side boneless, right? And if you could imagine, like moments before putting my foot on,
You're like, could
So
see
it
your
wasn't
nuts
like,
through
didn't
the-
look like a high air. It didn't look like a boosting bonus. It just looked like
the start of it.
some
You
dog
hadn't
shit
fully
bale
ex-
or something. And they put it on the cover. And I'm like, I got it. It's like one of the only covers I've ever been on. And
And that was
I looked at it, I'm
that-
like,
that was your
oh,
mate,
rat shit.
Jarman, that was the editor, put you on.
Maybe he
with a
stitched
bad
me up.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember watching that and it's like ripping bits out and like, you know, putting pictures of you and everyone else on my wall, just like in the corner of my bed, like just kind of like staring at it, skating style.
Funny. What happened after that? 86, 87. Yeah, well, and that's when we started getting the pro demos, right? Like Chris Miller and Gator and Nardis. I think that happened twice, didn't it? Like Miller came twice for sure.
Yeah, I that was my first experience of like watching pros. It was like and it was kind of like a dream come true. It was like, you know, Chris Miller or Nardis, because I was like right
Street
into
guy.
the street, and I was just like seeing him was like mind blowing. Yeah,
I skated this indoor mini ramp in Christchurch with him. It was quite a big one, like 6 or 7 foot, and he in Ferrymead, he just fucking shredded, eh?
dude, like I didn't
Yeah.
even know he could skate. You know, I was like,
wow.
all the stuff I'd seen was Santa Cruz video, and it was like there's no transition, or you know, there might be a little curve up to a bank.
What? I
But then,
think like
like-
Streets on Fire, was it Streets on Fire or like the next like Speed Freaks or whatever, and he was just kind of blasting, and then
Risk
Alan
it.
Peterson came out
Yeah.
and they were both
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of like skating really big mini ramps and just doing
did
huge ollies.
Was he doing frontside flips on the ramp back then, or because I don't know, like in my head I'm like, man, did Nardis do a kickflip on the ramp? Because he was doing
Quite-
stuff that
quite
I was
possibly.
kind of like, I was just like,
I think he was.
what
'cause
is this?
I
Yeah.
think he's really sort of like known as the first to do a frontside kickflip on a quarter pipe.
Yeah.
On
I
that
can remember
quarter
like
pipe?
big frontside melons and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
big backside ones. You could be right, but I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just pretend that's real.
So what year did you meet Radar?
Well, because I started surfing with all these dudes that I went to school
Yeah.
with, right? And another part of the story as well, when I was that solo growing up, and I left, Papatoe. I also then after that went to Papatoe intermediate for a little bit, and got bullied and pie smashed in my face and everything.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Aotearoa, right?
Yeah.
The main street of Aotearoa. It's still there today. If you Google Aotearoa Power Station,
Yeah.
it's got big barbed wire fences the whole way around it. It's this big brick place. I lived in there.
For real?
Yeah, and it was fucking ghetto. And I, for some ungodly reason, didn't want to go to Papatoe High School. You know, and then, there was a period there where my mum was going to move to Pakuranga Highway. And then I rode my push bike from Aotearoa to Pakuranga College every single day,
Wow.
which is a long way, right?
Damn, in the
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah, and oh my god, another story. So I was going down Pakuranga College towards Lloyd Elsmore,
Yeah.
and that BP on the left hand side there,
Yeah.
a fucking dude pulls out on me, and I go boof into the bonnet, over the handlebars, slammed onto the road, and I was like, I wasn't worried about how hurt I was. I was just like, holy fuck, I'm going to get run over by the car coming that way, you know?
Yeah.
And so I just got up and just jumped towards the curb, you know?
Right. Was this still on the HMX 500 with the
With the weld
frame?
Did it have to get welded again?
It could have been actually. Yeah,
That thing was
probably was,
destined
man.
to die.
Yeah, and so anyway, cut the long story short, I went and boarded with my mate out there and his family in it's not called Edgewater. It's one of the pretty ghetto place in Pakuranga, Dithery Ave, and for 2 years, and they were all family of surfers. And my mate Morgan Cronin, he did skate a little bit as well, you know.
Yeah.
And so I just learned how to surf, and so naturally we were on these surf trips, right? And we went to Whangamata, and I think we might have taken our skateboard and we're like, oh, there's a quarter pipe, and then all of a sudden I met Radar. I think that's how it happened anyway. Yeah, and so after that we ended up spending heaps of time together. We went down and spent summers there, and went surfing, and I actually like
his mum owned the whole town or something.
pretty
or half
much,
of
yeah.
it? Yeah.
So I worked there and met my wife there, and blah blah, you know.
Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah. So go back to your first sponsor. Was that or your first kind of real sponsor? I guess was like a
Yeah,
more of a
would have to
Ford
be
company
Edwards.
or something. Yeah.
Because I guess the next trip was, I think,
So you're doing demos for the Edwards.
I was doing demos around,
tours
and then I started doing some demos in Australia.
He'd
so
send you over there.
Yeah. So
What was the Aussie Skate Mag? Because I remember seeing you in that quite a bit.
Skating Life
Skating Life, yeah.
in 540.
540.
I remember Skating Life.
So I went to Perth, to Mandurah in Perth, Western Australia, and won the Western Australian champs against Matt Mumford, Brett Margaritis, and Chad Barty.
Wow.
So that's pretty funny.
What year was that?
1987 or 88.
Oh wow, because I wouldn't have thought that
well,
those.
they would have been kids, right?
Yeah, and I think El Boglio was there as well.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
Was that like a street comp?
no, it was a vert comp for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that was the Torquay Ramp Riot.
Dom Kikic
Australasian champs, right?
was Dom Kikic.
So it's the one Lee won.
Yeah.
And
that
then-
was out kind of like in the middle of the
Torquay
what's
by Bells Beach, you know,
oh right. Is that
Victoria.
the one that kind of looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, like kind of like a
blue one.
I don't know. Where's the one where he kind of doesn't kiss the chick?
Yeah, that's the one.
Is that the one?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I got third. Craig Johnson, the Alva dude, you know,
Oh
Alva
wow.
Pro, he got
Yeah.
second. So technically, I got second Australasia or whatever. you know.
So
Yeah.
back then, like were the Aussies, or like it seems like Kiwis were kind of dominating.
There was heaps of good Aussies. Tony Hallam, who's actually
Yeah.
a Kiwi, he
Right.
he was
I remember that
amazing.
name,
and,
yeah.
he actually deserves some limelight for sure, man. Like he
Right.
was
Yeah.
amazing. If you,
Yeah.
his footage that's out there in the internet
What sort of
is
time period
not
was
as good as he got.
He kind of like
Yeah.
like 80. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
hadn't seen much of him.
So
but I
he's a
knew
Melbourne
in
guy
Mags
now,
that
you
he
know,
was
like-
kind of like one of the
But
dudes.
man, if you see some of his footage, too, he did fucking every trick. You like,
Was the style
I remember
good though?
going to Melbourne
well,
in
you would have seen him,
94.
right? Yeah.
And 94 was like really like that sort of that tech era in Paran, like on that small ramp, and they were just like he was
He was there.
He did
he
like
was off the hook, like because he's quite short and like just real wide stance and just everything was like flipping his board and just going super high and like
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. He was really unlucky, man, that vert skating died when it did, because he would have
Yeah.
gone on to greatness, you know. But yeah, so that there's that contest, and then there was what else did I do? I think it cut straight
Was
to
that
maybe
pre-nationals? Pre you winning the nationals, or did you win the nationals and then go over?
no, I won the nationals first, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I also got a full page photo on a transworld doing a tuck knee invert from
Whoa.
that. From, I think it was
From the nationals.
No, from Torquay.
Oh okay.
But I think it was maybe the second contest, not the first one, because there was
Oh yeah.
two Torquay ones. First one I got third, and the second one I got like 11th. But still bet like a few big heads.
Yeah. What like were pros coming out from the States for them?
Oh,
or-
everyone
yeah.
was there. Yeah. It was-
So was that where you sort of got? Did you get like sort of hunted for Schmidt sticks, or how did that
not
come
at
about?
all. Not at all. Okay, so like me and like 5 or 6 other dudes. So John Warren, Greg Jarman, Bevan Phillip. Fuck, I've forgotten who else. We all went to the States.
Yeah.
And the reason I went to the States was, I think that was when I was 18. I inherited from my dad's death $1,500. Right? I think that's what I got.
Yeah.
That would probably been.
And I wasn't
like
allowed it
10
till I was
grand's
18.
worth or something, right? Or
Yeah, it
it
was
seemed
pretty
like maybe like
And so
equivalent to
with
500
that, all these dudes
nowadays.
like, fuck, we're going to do this trip to Huntington Beach. We've got a place to stay for 6 months on some couches. We're going to go, and what do you reckon? We'll all pitch in for a car. I'm like, yeah, I'll come. Fuck yeah, this is
That
rad.
sounds like
And so I got the $1,500, bought an air ticket, and then we went over there, and like we bought this car, this big 13-seater Oldsmobile, so gnarly. We
Very
drove to SF in it and everything, and so we'd go skate Lance Mountains ramp and Phil's ramp and Larkin Yada and Del Mar, Upland, all these places, and I met Steve Douglas at Phil's ramp. But I think, sorry, to take one step back, I met this other guy at Phil's Ramp first called Steve Keenan. He was like the indie Santa Cruz OJ team manager.
Yeah.
So I got put on independent and OJ straight off the bat. And then I met Steve. We were skating together and stuff. And he's like, "Oh fuck, where are you from?" Blah, blah, blah. And because he's a Pom, and we're a Kiwi, we kind of bowed down pretty hard, you know. And he's like, "Oh,
He was already Smith Stick.
yeah, he was Smith Sticks pro for sure, I think, at that time." And he's like, "Oh, come down to Costa Mesa and meet Paul Schmidt and come by the office and grab some stuff." And I'm like, oh, "Okay." And it's just around the corner from Huntington, so it was like,
Dude,
sweet.
that's how it is though, eh? Like I kind of, even when I went to the States years after that, it was just like you're in the middle of the scene, and then
It's who you know, not what you know.
exposed to that sort of stuff, and then you know,
And then we met Paul, and he's like, "Hey man, what fucking boards do you want? What kind of
yeah.
do you want some different shapes, or you like this stuff?" And rah, rah. And so then I started out just getting normal shit, and then but the better I did, I was like, "Oh no, I'll get some custom made shapes." And
Yeah.
he made me heaps of different shit, like the Schmidt Sticks composite board. So it looked like a normal skateboard,
Yeah.
but it had a foam insert in the middle plies.
Yeah.
So super light and super strong, but it was expensive to make, right?
Yeah.
So it never went to market.
Yeah.
But
right,
I had it. I
prototypes.
had that board for like 3 years. I think Parksy's still got it today.
Still shredding it.
Yeah, he had it after me.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
an
yeah.
epic
Well,
board.
because he was always like pushing the limits. Like I think, because I remember you coming back and like having like SS radials and like and you know, and turbines, like the next ones that had like the sort of
Mag,
they looked like a mag
hollowed
off
out.
like a off a muscle car.
Yeah, right.
They were sick.
But how I actually turned pro was weird because I wasn't pro.
Oh, you're kind of pro, but in New Zealand, but
Yeah.
it didn't really.
So
count,
what happened
eh?
is on that same trip, Paul Schmidt's like, "Hey man, we're doing this big long trip around America. We want you to jump in the van. Are you keen to go?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, where are we going?" He's like, "Oh fuck, I'm going Arizona. We're going Milwaukee. We're going to Chicago. We're going to Florida. Fucking Atlanta, Alabama, Washington."
So he was kind of like the American version of Frank, but maybe a little bit more onto
well,
it.
he was hands on. He was making stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
he came on the trips and he was skating with
Yeah,
us,
and he
right?
skated,
yeah,
right.
because he's
Yeah, yeah,
skating, so he was ripping.
Yeah.
But we went so many places, and on that trip we stayed with Thomas Taylor, you know, Grant's dad,
yeah.
in Atlanta, and we skated the skate zone all the time, and skated the turf in Milwaukee, you know, which was epic. And
Aren't they bringing that back? Someone told me they're gonna remake.
yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
almost done, I think. And then after that, they kind of was like, "Oh fuck, we really want to do something with this dude. He's going to be the next Schmidt Sticks Pro, right?"
Yeah.
And that's at the time I got the Schmidt Sticks Australasian release model, which
Is that
only
the cigarette
into the ashtray one,
ashtray. Yeah.
right? And that was like the next one after that was going to be the full pro
So
model.
who was on the team at that point? It was like
Oh,
Chris Miller,
John Lucero, Jeff Grosso,
like
Alan
that dudes,
Midget,
eh?
yeah.
Was
Bryce
that, like,
Knight.
sick being on that?
We
Was
travelled
it-
with Bryce
were you
Knight,
pretty,
yeah.
like hyped, like
Oh fuck yeah,
it's like a dream, eh?
yeah man, yeah, it was rad.
I didn't realize that board only came out Australasia.
Yeah.
So that because that board was such a cool shape. Like it was like
Yeah,
it was like the Miller, but then
I
it kind of had a
remember it right
fatter
now.
nose.
Yeah, I like the Miller,
And,
but
like-
it had too narrow of a nose, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just
and then
widen
the
that
fat, and
puppy
then
up.
kind of like a little bit square at
When,
the top.
when
eh?
you look back at it now, like, because I used to love that Miller, and now I look at it and I'm like, man, that nose is like so skinny, and
Yeah.
so, but he did that graphic, didn't he?
Yeah, he drew that graphic.
The graphic, which was super cool.
Yeah.
With the did it say Schmidt Sticks in the smoke? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
And then what happened after that? Came back to New Zealand. That's when they sent Miller over and Gary Valentine and Jason Ellis, right? And we did demos all around the country and
Frontside
stuff.
salad.
Frontside salad grind.
Yep.
That was the first time I'd seen one.
Yep. And then
Same.
I feel like there was some other trips to Australia. There was the Easter tour where it was like fucking everyone: Tony Hawk, Jason Jesse, Chris Miller, Alan Losey, heaps of dudes, heaps of gnarly dudes. And we skated the Melbourne demo at Paran, and then we flew to Sydney, and I roomed with Gons for the night, which was I always remember because it was so
Weird.
fucking weird.
What did he do?
Um,
He did something weird, eh? He
Yeah.
slept on underneath the bed.
And for some reason, I flew home because I
He's too
hard out
weird.
thought it was going to rain on the demo day.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you know that real famous demo they did at the Opera House? So
Yeah.
on the Sydney Opera House, right in the waterfront?
Vaguely.
Yeah, there's some real famous photos.
Yeah.
So I missed out on that demo, and I got home and just saw all the photos. I'm like,
Oh, no.
wretched.
No way.
Should have just stayed, yeah.
No way.
But anyway.
So you would have come back, and so Frank was sort of doing. He went all in with like Vision and Schmidt sticks and
Yep.
like, and so you were tied in with that and Tracker, and like he was doing that under license.
Yeah.
And
So he was distributing all those brands, yeah.
So when did you stop riding indie? Like, were you on Tracker like?
Okay,
once
so
you
it
went to
was
Schmidt?
it was the next trip when I went over and got on New Deal.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
Because you were riding Tracker when you were on Schmidt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So,
I've
sorry,
seen like there's footage of you wearing those.
Tracker may have been my first truck sponsor before Indy. But
Yeah.
I think I got that when I was in New Zealand,
Yeah.
right? Because I had a Tracker ad in Transworld as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have been because I spent quite a lot. Oh, okay. I'm missing the whole thing. I went and stayed with Dave Crabb in San Diego for a whole month in Pacific Beach. And since I was San Diego guys so much skating Fallbrook and we skated Tony Hawk's ramp and all that stuff,
Trackers based there.
Trackers based there hard out, and they
Yeah.
were like the biggest truck
Transworld, eh?
of Southern California at the
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
I kind of, and I was like the New Zealand Tracker distro rep.
Yeah.
And we also did that trip to YMCA camp in Visalia.
Yeah.
The lake.
Yeah.
With the plywood bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a double page spread in Transworld doing
Was it Layback Smith? Or
or front rock and roll slide around the
So-
corner or something. I can't remember.
So was that New Deal?
No, I was still
that was
Schmidt
Schmidt.
sticks.
Still
I'm jumping
Schmidt.
back a little bit, but I missed
Okay.
that.
But was that footage used for New Deal? Like,
Oh,
was
hard
that
out.
like,
Yeah, Paul would always
that
film
like
when we had
the-
Schmidt stick sessions. My whole
Because was that Justin Gerard there and like all that stuff
Yeah.
that he filmed, like, which was super sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what you got to remember is before Useless Wooden Toys came out on New Deal,
yeah.
the video, there was a full promo video. New Deal. It was called The New Deal Promo.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That you can-
the one with the odd what's the odd numbers with the
Yeah.
soundtrack, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that came out, but it was every bit of footage I got on the trip to Florida, like all those
Yeah.
trips that Paul just filmed for Schmidt sticks was supposed to be my Schmidt sticks part. You know, for the,
So was Justin Gerard on Schmidt stick pre New Deal as well?
No.
Or
no,
yeah.
no.
Did they just pick him up at the?
Okay,
at the
He rode
camp?
for Dogtown, remember?
He was on Dogtown.
Oh,
huh?
Yeah.
Dogtown and Thunder. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of a Eric Dresson kind of
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
huh?
like a Tetris.
So
same
I
dress.
seriously think that I didn't even go to America to get my pro medal. I think they were like, "Hey man, yeah, that's how
Guess
it was."
what? You're pro.
They had this big bust up with Vision, right?
Yeah.
Paul signed his name Schmidt sticks across to Brad Dorfman, and he was like, "Well, fuck, I'm the dude doing all the work, making the boards, and it's because of my technology that people love the boards."
Yeah.
And he was sick of all the corporate bullshit, so he's like, "Fuck it." And him and Steve Douglas were like, "Fuck, we should just do our own brand."
Because I heard on somewhere that he was gonna maybe go in with Rocco to
Yeah.
start making boards.
Yeah.
So pre-world, or was that gonna be kind of like?
It was gonna
the
be
new
that,
thing?
yeah.
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 That's crazy.
So and so I think, yeah, and remember at that time when Miller was over here doing the tours, he stayed at my house in Mount Roskill, right?
dude,
Yeah.
And
let's have a moment for Miller.
yeah, fuck yeah,
Is he one of your faves?
the best.
He is, eh?
Yeah,
I've been watching some old footage and I'm like, wow,
can't be topped.
Yeah.
just the
Amazing.
sickest style, and then like the
Finesse.
amazing runs,
Yeah, bro,
the trick selection. Like
amazing.
he's got the same. You guys have the same front side here. It's just like that.
The bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so Paul rings me or Steve or whoever, and like, "Hey man, we're gonna split from Vision. You're gonna get a pro model. We're gonna get Andy Howe, Ed Templeton, Justin Gerard, Danny Sargent. Are you in?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah," because I could have stayed
Yeah.
on Schmidt sticks and I would have been the next pro, right?
Yeah.
So Schmidt stick and New Deal were kind of going at the same
Because
time. or
Miller didn't go.
what?
Miller
he
stayed
didn't?
on Schmidt sticks. Well, it's at
Was that
that.
because Brad Dorfman was kind of like?
Sorry, at that time he started Planet Earth, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was potentially going to be a part of the New Deal if he didn't start his own thing.
Yeah, I think he was
kind of-
he was an
yeah.
artist and he wanted to do his own art and all
Yeah.
that stuff, right?
And he's like a kind of a total entrepreneur. I just like I had no idea, but
That dude,
he's like worth shitloads.
he's
now,
worth real shitloads. Like his kids don't ever have to work. Like
Yeah.
What is
they're
he
cashed up.
doing?
He invested in
Podcast.
like a
So
in a company.
so he did
like
well in
a wellness.
Planet Earth. He did K. You know when he did Aotearoa, got bought out by
okay.
K2.
Oh, no way. That was him.
Yeah, he built all these brands up and got out right at the right time and just creamed it.
And then I can't remember the name of the brand, but it's like a lifestyle sort of like outdoors brand, like sort of like Patagonia sort of thing.
It's called Viore.
Yeah. Because I only just found out about it the other week, and I was like, and then I think he sold out of that, and like
Kind of like Lululemon or something, hey? Like activewear shit.
and just got like billions, like
He's
But,
special.
Oh, another good story. Sorry, it just came to mind. So, like at that time, I was skating Hawks Ramp with Miller and all those kind of spots, and Andy's, Dave Crabb, and all that. I was staying at.
Did you tell Tony to do the unit?
No, but I was because I'd met Gator the year before in New Zealand, and I had his phone number, and I'm like, hey man, let's go and fucking skate Fallbrook tomorrow. And he's like, yeah, cool. Where are you staying? I'm like, Pacific Beach. He's like, cool. I'll meet you at the roller coaster tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I'll pick you up. I'm like, fuck, sweet ass, cool. So I get down to the roller coaster, waiting. Do you know what happened the next day? Everyone's like, holy shit, do you hear about Gator? I'm like, no. And that's when it happened, right then when I was supposed to be picked up.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy,
You
eh?
got like, yeah.
That's a crazy timeline.
1 degrees of separation.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, lucky I didn't get in the car with him.
Yeah, that's wild.
Nah, but man, he was a good skater too. Fuck. Epic.
Yeah. Do you remember the demo done in Paraparaumu? Was he wearing like skin tight bike shorts and a leather jacket? Do you remember his outfit?
I can't remember that.
Did
he really?
You listened to the first
Morri probably
pilot
was too.
episode. No, because he D-lammed my board there, like as a little kid, like the biggest D-lam ever,
Ratchet.
and just kind of brushed me. But yeah, you'll hear about
sorry,
it.
that went back to some random story, but yeah, it's a good one to tell.
Yeah, far out. That's crazy. Yeah. Cool. So new deal comes out.
Yeah,
Amazing. That
So it
was
comes
kind of
out-
like a wave, eh? It was like
came
when
out
that happened,
and man, it was
huge.
It was big. It was a big
Was
company.
it big? Was it kind
No, it
of
was
just
fucking
because we were
massive.
here and we
No,
were
it was massive.
Alright.
Yeah. It was
Worldwide.
globally. It was like in the top 5 brands at the
It's a
time.
big thing, eh?
For sure, yeah.
I think it was like the whole style of it, like just like the
Just the
sun graphic
colours.
and like the
Even
and
the
like just the
t-shirts,
graffiti
even all the
sorta-
coloured prints, like the tees with like bright green and
And that's when I went back to the States again for 4.5 months this time, and we did another tour around the whole of America again.
Yeah.
And that's when I entered some more contests and stuff, and then came back to New Zealand, and then we did went over to the World Champs.
Were you riding for Thunder back then?
Well, in between that, we did a trip to SF as well, and I skated with Jake Phelps at the Hunters Point ramp, and an indoor. This other guy, Curtis Hassang, at this other indoor backyard pool in Oakland.
yeah.
Super rad. And
Backyard pool,
yeah,
indoor.
sick. Had all slate tiles and stuff, like slate
Yeah,
cooking.
yeah.
And so that's when I met Jeff Clint, who was so Jim Thebau, Tommy Guerrero, and this guy Jeff Clint had just started Deluxe, like pretty much.
Yeah.
Spitfire Wheels had just been born, and Real has just been born. And so I
That's
got
so
on.
sick.
They're like, "Who do you ride for?" I go, "I kind of ride for Indy." And they're like, "Fuck that, come and skate for Thunder." And
Dude,
I'm literally,
you had a Thunder ad. I remember the ad
Yeah.
in Transworld or whatever it was.
I was fresh out.
Thunder was super cool. Like they had like just the logos and everything were like.
Yeah.
And I
super
think I
cool
knew
and-
Gerard really well then as
Oxford
well.
has
And Templeton
trucks as
rode
well.
for
Yeah.
Thunder as well. So it was kind of like, oh yeah, I'll go to
Yeah, it
Thunder.
seemed like the new deal kind of was associated.
Yeah.
And I think like Thunder sort of seemed really progressive. Like they actually started bringing out new trucks. Like I remember like when around that time, like I think you came back and like you had like the new Thunders was kind of slimmed down and then
Remember that first one with the skulls on the base plate?
yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
heavy?
yeah.
That new one was epic.
Yeah. Like I had those ones as well. But yeah, like it just kind of like boards were
Streamlined.
progressing and stuff. But I
Yeah.
think that was like the first truck to like sort of progress.
And remember they had those rad anodized ones that were like a matte
Brown
anodized?
Yeah,
Those
because like when this was going on, you were also the distributor for these brands.
Oh man. That was called the New Deal distribution, right?
Yeah.
And I worked at Cheapskates in between times, right? And I got suckered in with this lady. I'm not going to mention any names because it's not cool. But
Didn't go down well.
no, I basically, we distributed heaps of shit. I worked my ass off every single day that I wasn't skating for 2 whole years.
I remember coming to your warehouse and I think
in
I remember
Greenfield,
the lady. Yeah. But I can't remember
I didn't get to draw a wage once and didn't get anything out of it and just got completely fucking shafted.
Wow.
And
so did you have to sort of turn on Frank for that? Like, because I
Yeah,
remember you
yeah.
were stocking.
I kinda
'cause I
did.
was working at Blue Tail Lounge, and we had, and it was like Frank was like, he must have been so pissed because New Deal was like the hottest thing out, and we had it at Blue Tail, and like we went from being like the Santa Cruz Airwalk shop, and then we had New Deal, and you bought Ed Templeton and Justin Gerard out, and that was just like the sickest street demo that had kind of ever happened really in Auckland.
Oh, dude, I want to talk on that moment. There was amazing. I don't know when it was, but you were like hooking me up boards.
Yeah.
And it was through that distro. Yeah. And like I remember the package coming in like a box full of boards. It was just like, and I remember all my friends just like, what? It was like almost more boards than like our local shop, you know. It was just like the next level. And trucks, and like you'd probably seen me multiple trucks.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was like the dream come true.
It's good when you could afford to do that back then, eh?
Oh yeah.
Not like that anymore.
Crazy, yeah. Yeah, man. That was kind of one thing too I wanted to talk about. Is this what you've done for New Zealand skateboarding? Like, you probably, you know, not too many people know that you probably had a hand in every kind of dude that's been good in the country, from, you know, connecting them with international deals through probably hundreds of shop, I guess, through affiliation with Cheapskates, and then just kind of like giving you your flowers for that, because I know you actually at the on the nationals down in Paraparaumu, I remember like I knew who you were, and like I was skating maybe in the warm-ups or just prelims, and then you're like, dude, you should enter in the open, and I was just like, just this real kind of shy kid and just like scared and didn't, but like I remember you telling me that and was like a kind of cool, that boosted me. I was like, oh fuck, maybe I should have, but
you definitely should have.
I always looked at it, right, like given, you know, when we went to Australia, it was like hardcore, that was tied up with Frank, and then it was like I got, you know, the tracker hookup when I went to America because of Frank, and I think he contributed to my airfare, if I was right, I can't remember, but he always did heaps for me, as far as he bent over backwards to try and get me out there when I was at a certain level, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in you can't play in the skateboard space if you're not prepared to give back. Like, it's just not a take thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a community, and you have to either give back by knowledge or fucking trying to give people a foot up. And you, if you want to make money out of skateboarding, you have to be prepared to spend money too, because I fucking hate, like at the moment with what's going on, there's so many distributors creeping into New Zealand and from Australia and stuff, and they just don't spend any money in our economy.
Dude, it's crazy. And like the shoe company as well is like, where's the love to the New Zealand riders? You know, like back in the day when there was like DVS, Audio, blah blah blah, all these New Zealand distros, way more kids were getting like shoes, and then there was a scene, and it was kind of like
got to pay to play,
building,
bro.
and then now it's like gone, you know.
But yeah, I mean, I have helped a lot of dudes, like, you know, Gareth. I take a big hand in getting to where he got, and Bjorn Johnston and yourself, and
I mean,
fuck,
you definitely helped me, and like I kind of felt like a lot of the time I wasn't like up there with the best guys, but whenever I'd like be over in Australia or whatever, I'd come back, and you know, I could always just come straight in, and you'd like give me some stuff, and you know, like
I mean, I'm really proud of having a hand in people like, you know, James Wright, and you know, Glenn Wignall, Bernie Fu, Greg Timms, you name it. The list goes on forever. Of epic New Zealand skateboarders, you know,
anyone that's been good at, in New Zealand, you've touched in a good way.
Do you know what's super hard though, right? Like, because with skating, like, everyone's your buddy when you're giving them free shit, right? Oh, Moz's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
man,
yeah.
fuck, he's the man, you blah, blah, blah. But all dreams have got to come to an end eventually as well, you know, and some people can dig that and other people move on to other sponsors and whatever and can kind of rise above that and just be friends. But there's definitely sometimes it's like, fuck, I got cut, rat shit. What an asshole, you know? And that kind of hurts me because it's like, well, fuck, dude. How long did you seriously think you could get sponsored
That's
for?
it, you know?
It
Kinda, it doesn't
How long's a
last
piece of
forever.
string?
Yeah.
And if you weren't doing anything, if you were sitting around smoking billies, fucking not shooting any footage or whatever, like,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah, you're gone.
Gallon burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So after going to the States and getting hooked up and then doing your thing, you traveled further abroad from just the States?
yeah. So we did trips to Europe twice, you know, and went through Japan and all that, and that was when those Munster comps were on, you know, the Germany world champs and
Is
stuff.
this with the New Deal team? Or?
Yeah, we did demos and I did contests, right? So like the first one was Munster. I did that twice. First time I got like 47th or something. Did really terrible, but it's out of like 110 dudes, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But
was that ramp like bigger? Was it like I'm sure I remember seeing that ramp.
nah,
and
it was
looked
quite
like
good.
and
the
that would
tightest
have been the
one,
best
was it?
skaters in the world too. Like,
Oh, it was
everyone,
gnarly, bro.
eh?
Like on the sick, like I was really bummed with my 47th place, and so then the second year we went, I remember I had an 8-hour layover in Hong Kong, and then I got to Frankfurt, had another like 3 hours, and then I flew on this little plane to Munster, right? And I get to the airport, and no one's there to pick me up, and I'm just like,
Speaking die Deutsch?
no, I no speak any Deutsch, and where the fuck am I going? So anyway, I managed to get to the Starlade de Munsterland, Halle de Munsterland, and I get there, and they're like, put my name down, and they go, oh, dude, you're skating in like 15 minutes. And I'm like, had no sleep, just fucking 24-hour flight. You know.
Dude, I've got
And
the
I get
same-
there, and I'm on the
same story.
platform, and literally it's 10 dudes, and it's like Danny Way, Tony Hawk, Chris Miller, Colin McKay, fucking just all like the gnarliest dudes, right? And I'm just like,
Stacked.
oh my God. And like Danny Way's trying 900s, that was that year, you know?
Yeah.
He was doing double kicky indies every time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like going, oh, I can't get a run, man. I just can't get a run. They were
Oh, can't
snaking
even
so
get into
hard out.
practice. Yeah.
And then I'm like, I waited for about like probably 30 minutes, and I'm like, fuck, I'm just getting smoked here. I can't even get a run.
Yeah.
And then I just remember going, you fucking pussy, stop being a fucking pussy. If you're here, you're good enough to be
Yeah.
against these dudes. Fucking man up and get in there. And I just remember going, fuck you, man. And I just, and from then on, I took like almost every run like for the rest of the session, because I was just like, I'm going to get fucking just walked over here if I don't
Sneaking,
man up, you know? And that was quite a good life lesson. But then on that same trip, the year before we went to Belgium, and I got third, and then that year I got second next to Hosoi and
Wow.
beat
Wow.
a whole bunch of dudes. So I was stoked on that. And then we had this real legendary contest in France in the French Alps,
Surrounded by snow.
hard out, like gondolas and shit, like
Yeah.
super rad. And there was a contest there, and it's a big riot in the whole town. And I got fourth, and that was even better result because there was all the heads there, like every gnarly dude was there, and I got fourth. So I was so stoked. But it was my kind of ramp. It was perfect size, plywood, wasn't
Yeah.
slippery. It was, because when you go to America, it's all the skate light shit, right? Which we weren't used to.
Yeah.
Slipped out, slick.
And so I did good there, and then we went to Spain, and I got 11th. But my life story is I'd always get 11th, and the cut was 10th. And I always thought I was probably good enough. I wasn't good enough to win the comp, obviously, but I always thought I was around sixth or seventh best, right?
Yeah.
And it would always piss me right off because I always fucking just missed the cut by one, you know?
Yeah.
And that was just because I was really bad at my contest strategy was terrible. Because I'd go in hard in the qualifying, and I would qualify like third. And I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, if I skate even better, I could win.
Yeah.
But what I should have done was tone it back a little bit, and I would have got fifth or sixth or seventh or eighth.
Yeah.
But idiot, because I was just a young dude, no experience.
Oh, dude, still.
And so
that's
what, did you
an
feel like
accomplishment.
you were tired when you got into the finals, or like?
No, in that Spain contest where I got 11th, it was ratchet because I I was skating really good, right? I was like, it was in the Nike Air Stadium, so it was indoor stadium, and in Barcelona, and I fucking was skating good, and then all of a sudden I over-rotated a 540 and got knocked out. And I woke up on the flat bottom and Sherry's there looking at me going, "Oh, you all right?" I'm like, what happened? "Oh, you over-rotated." I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Oh, no.
And then I whacked my wrist so hard that I couldn't do any grabs.
Oh, no.
Paralyzed it.
I really shouldn't have skated, but I'm like, no, I'll be all right. I'll get it back up. You know, oh. And so I had to do a whole run of like pretty much ollies and lip
grabs.
tricks. And, you know, I think I might have been able to grab with one hand or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then we went to UK twice, did demos all throughout there with the New Deal
And this
team.
is all the New Deal kind of crew cruising around with them without paying for everything.
Yeah. And that was just demos. It wasn't any comps, but we did a whole bunch of demos. And then we got, because I did pretty well at this couple of comps, and we were traveling with Ed Templeton, right? Like I roomed with him a whole bunch of times. He won the world championship championships twice.
Did the Templeton Tickler come out?
Templeton Tingle.
Tingler or whatever it was.
And so Paul Schmidt was like, "Let's send these guys to Sweden first class." And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So like we were pimping.
Wow.
And then we did demos all up through Sweden and stuff as well. That was cool.
That's amazing. That's like, man, the shit you would have seen and experienced.
Yeah, it was cool. I remember being on the Autobahn. I think it was me, Steve Douglas, Ed Templeton, and Rodney Mullen and Mickey Jukovic, the transport photographer.
Yeah.
And we're going at like 230k.
What? Who's driving?
Mickey. And I was just like, never been that fast in the car before. I was fucking terrified for like the
Wow.
first
Scared.
3 hours
Yeah.
because it was a long trip, you know, from Gothenburg to Stockholm or whatever.
Yeah.
Would have been twice as long.
Yeah,
As if
scary.
you'd stuck to the New Zealand speed limit.
Yeah, but it was a good time.
Cool. And then when did you come? So were you living in the States, or were you kind of like getting flown out from NZ?
Yeah,
from-
and directly after that, like they flew me to Europe twice and to America and all that, and then they kind of was like, "Hey man, you know,
you need
this
to
whole
move out
street
here."
skating thing's coming in, and we know you can
Oh,
kind
right.
of street skate, but you're not really a street dude.
Yeah.
But if you want to keep going, you probably need to move to America because we kind of can't keep affording to pay, and you need to be
Right.
in the scene and you need to be participating and stuff."
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, and at the time I'd gotten engaged to this American bird, and I was like, fuck, all right, I'll go over and get married to her. And then I just was like, dude, I can't live in LA.
Yeah.
It's fucking concrete jungle. It'll do my head in, you know, like. And so I was just like, I didn't want to do it, and I just went, hey, take my board away. I'm not keen to come and live there. And I often kick myself because 10 years later or 15 years later, I see these dudes who I was better at, and they're still crushing it and
Still in the
the scene and fucking killing it. You know, I'm like, that could have actually been me. You know.
Oh man, there's so many of those moments though in life, eh? And especially in skating as well. Like I remember my last day in LA, and we went out to some club, and then we're like, "Hey, we're going home back tomorrow," and then there's like real gorgeous Spanish-looking girls like, "Just stay with me."
Was it Selma Hayek?
I think it was. In Huntington Beach, what happened? You know, what could have been if I had just missed my plane and just stayed there?
I remember Steve Douglas telling me, Chey and Levi. Who did you used to ride for? New Deal or Element? I can't remember. At that stage.
I think I was
When you were
stuff
skating the
from
giant
Element,
one,
eh? Yeah, Element. Yeah, because I remember going there and getting Element stuff, and I met the Element team.
I
You
remember.
would have suited like because it was like Underworld Element back then, so it was pretty like.
I think
was it
just
after
there's
that?
definitely the tree logo was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I remember rocking that tee over there.
Yeah, okay.
I remember Steve Douglas telling me, because we had a conversation, he goes, Chey has got a pro model in the locker room at Giant if he wants it.
Oh,
Damn, see,
And I think he wanted you to stay and you came home. I think
Kinda-
that's how the
I
convo
met- I
went.
met- there was a team manager there, and I was kind of like, oh, okay. He was, and it seemed like he just was like, oh, fuck. been told that he
Ryan
has to
Kingman?
give me. I can't remember. It was kind of like a short dude.
Yeah. Ball guy.
Nah, it was a younger guy.
Okay.
Might have been a different guy. Anyway, I was just like, because I went to a demo. He was there. Oh, come to this demo. I went to the demo and skated, and then like I thought I was ripping.
Well, you had a pretty good profile at that time too, I think. Like they knew who you were, right?
Shit.
Pretty sure you did.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that's why they were like, yeah, man, he's on fire.
Damn. Anyway.
Could have been the next Bam Margera, bro.
Bro, washed up and trying to make a comeback. Doing some blunt
Aren't we all?
shivets. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, where were we before we got sidetracked?
No, we didn't get sidetracked. That was epic. So
you come back. So you basically you hand in your resignation.
Pretty much. Yep.
Kind of like that.
Yep.
And then
That was it. And then came back, worked for Frank, and then we're like, fuck, I don't skate for New Deal anymore. What are we going to do? And then I
was
think
that
we were like
93.
93.
So, but
93.
wait, hang on a sec. So, but you must have like kind of betrayed Frank with New Deal and Blue Tile. So did he just like let you straight back in, and was he like, oh yeah, come back in, boy?
I think
Levi wants to get to the
he
bottom of
needed
this.
me. I
needed
was
you.
like the top pro at the time. He was like, fuck you, I'll get this guy back, sweet ass, you know.
Yeah.
And I needed a job, so I was like, fuck, sweet.
Yeah. So I remember that around that same time because I was Blue Tile Lounge kind of wound up, and then I kind of went groveling back to Cheapskates because like that was all there was, and like and they were starting to do all the other brands that like because Santa Cruz was kind of dead, and like New Deal was had moved with you.
Yeah. And so then I came back, and I think, I don't know, I can't remember who suggested it, because Andrew Mapstone was working for Frank at the time as well. And whether it was him or me or someone suggested, hey, we should start our own board brand. And at the time, there was that Nardis Kappas graphic, the 101.
The boom.
With the boom on it, right? The plane,
Yeah.
the crash or whatever, explosion.
Yeah.
And took that font and said, oh, we'll do that. And
So that was from that because I thought it was from a Nintendo ad.
nah, that's it.
Oh, because there were those first slick boards with like that really bad screen printed.
I got a photo
like,
of you at
boom.
home screen printing those boards, and you've got your mask on.
Oh no,
slicks.
that was when I was spray painting the later ones. That was those yellow rocket boards.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but
yeah,
like
right.
no, I don't know who screen printed them because they were terribly done. Like it was like
ESP.
a one color.
Because you could scratch the graphics off those first boom ones.
Yeah,
with
and,
your
like,
fingernail.
and then the
It's
second
like,
ones had the sticker that said Boom Brother, and it was like Big Brother, but it was Boom
right.
Brother, like same
Anyway.
font.
Yeah, so you guys, Mapstone and you with Frank bankrolling it.
Yep. I had nothing to do with it. I was just working. I was just an employee. Yeah.
But yeah, then you were kind of like the
But
brainchild.
at the
of
same
it.
time, didn't Frank want to do Edwards again? And because there was another story that I was told was that Andrew Mapstone and you guys kind of were like, "Hey Frank, like everything's changed. You can't do Edwards. Like you need to."
Yeah,
do
I think he
was
was always keen to do Edwards
like,
and keep
we
it
need to
going.
do
We were
something
like,
new.
nah, man, street skating's in. That's what we need to do. We need a whole new gig.
Yeah.
Put that-
No one's going to want Edwards at the moment, you know, like I didn't think it would work.
No, I mean it has changed. Like you couldn't do a boneless anymore, like without being ridiculed. Or
Well, there was no
you
such
know?
thing as a retro board or, like an old school reissue or whatever back then. It was just, it had just
It
changed.
was out of date.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden that was stink
Fresh,
and
new.
everyone's
Yeah,
riding
yeah,
small
yeah,
wheels.
totally.
So,
So then boom started, and then was what like a couple boards first, or was it
just
kind of like
couple
a
boards, yeah. And then we're like, oh, okay, this is actually a thing. All right, we need to slowly start building a team and getting some graphics people to do stuff. And that's when Kennedy Pointer and Rocky did a bunch of stuff.
yeah?
And
there was
then we hard out did, because there were street contests as well. So then our team would go and into the comps or do demos, because street skating started being popular, you know. So like all these little towns were popping up with those Tom Smithers fucking parks, you know.
Yeah.
And so then we'd get in the van and go and do demos with the team and stuff
Dude,
like
do you
that.
remember the first Boom tour? Billy Boy Boom.
No.
Dude, I got a good story. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure this was the first Boom tour. It was me, you, Rocky, Bill Bycroft. Who else was in there? Anyway, we hired a Previa to drive down.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, maybe
Yeah, I need, now that you bring it
sideways and then hitting one of those little, those little things that are on the side of the road.
in Tokoroa or Taupo or something
I
like that.
can't remember, but it was like you did like a handbrake and one of those little things just went ping, shattered and like went off, and I was just like, whoa, this
What
is
was I
crazy.
thinking, eh?
But it was pretty sick. But that was our first trip down, and then we got to Wellington. JC was like maybe managed cheapskates, and he like took us out. He was like, I'll take you guys out to, around town and that. But that was like, I think that was maybe my first tour with a bunch of team riders, and it was like pretty sick.
That was cool, man. We were trying to do something cool, like have a crew and do stuff with them, and it was the first of that kind of thing in the whole country, like no one had.
And it was sick. Like the gear was like on, it was like kind of girl chocolatey kind of vibe, but like
it was like they were like chocolate boards. They were the second lot. The first lot were like, remember those boards came in? They were like way fatter than they were meant to be. And at the same time, the new Thunders came in that were like 127s or something. So we had like, I think Scully like ollied Price Waterhouse on like 127 trucks on like a 9-inch board or something, and it was just like. And then we got the Taylor Daikima.
Speaking of Price Waterhouse, I was the first to ollie that.
Really?
Were you?
Damn, that was big. That was like
Brett Chan second.
Yeah.
And then Scully third, I think. Yeah.
I remember watching your tape or your YouTube, like greatest hits, greatest moments, and Scully does it. And oh, maybe it wasn't that one, but yeah,
it was big.
And
I was
like,
there when
whoa.
Scully did it.
Only
did
bailed
Scully
it.
do it the same day as you, or you did it before that?
It was after that, yeah.
Dude, that was the thing. It was like, let's go to Price Waterhouse and see who can ollie it.
I ollied it maybe like a few years later, but there was no camera. Like it was just
sure.
I was.
Didn't happen, bro.
You didn't want to bail too many times because it was so you'd slam so hard bailing.
I bailed and went flying into one of those concrete pillars, like ran and like stopped.
Is it still there?
Like
Price Waterhouse? It's
nah,
gone.
it's all gone. Because like Tommy Finn, didn't he nollie heel flip it, or did he kick flip it?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest thing I've ever ollied, hands down.
Yeah.
Because they put those aluminium strips on the, so you had to ollie that as well.
Remember it was raining and we'd go skate flack around there and we're always dodging another security. And come down and get away.
Yeah, you'd like skate the 3-stair and like try not to go past the foyer, because if you went past the foyer, then you get busted.
Yeah. So Boom comes out and it kind of blows up, but it's like huge.
Oh man, it turned into a $4 million company.
Yeah.
It was massive.
Yeah.
It was like New Zealand's first big streetwear brand too, kind of.
It was such a I remember like doing demos in Aotearoa, and it was like a split ends concert. There was just like that many kids there. It was like nuts.
And the jeans, like I remember the first jeans that they did, they were like the black ones with that Boom embroidery, and then there were the other one, the blue ones that had that graffiti one that was done by Butch.
Yeah, that first
KOA from Sydney.
That first jean is kind of like it's like a basically like a polar jean. Like they've copied that, which was probably a copy from Blind or whatever it was, but it's like that's kind of hitting right now, or has been hitting for the last year and 2 years.
But yeah, I mean, I think like the price points as well, like it was just a little bit cheaper than all the American stuff. It was before like all the brands started doing stuff under license and competing, and it was a wild time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, that progressed on, and then we I personally started getting really frustrated because I saw a bunch of things starting. At that time, I was supposedly the manager of California Dreaming, the wholesale branch.
Yeah.
The wholesale branch of Frank's operation. And, a few people were doing things that I didn't like, and I'd hit them up about it, and it just kind of would go in one ear and out the other, right?
Yeah.
But my kind of credibility, because I'm the guy steering the ship. So then a product would come out and it was fucking terrible, completely wrong for the time
Red
of
Devil wheels,
red 60 mil wheels at a time when 39 mils are hot, that kind of shit, purple cords.
Yeah.
Remember those? great chords.
Yep.
I think I might have left.
Yeah,
before
I was
then.
just like horrified, like
Yeah.
what the fuck. And so I'd go to Frank and go, hey man, like this needs to stop, like what the hell? And he go, yeah boy, yeah, I have a word, and it never did stop.
So what do you think was Frank not actually?
I don't
pulling
know.
the
I don't
string,
know.
Or just
I'm
kind of
not
like
throwing anyone under the bus
Yeah.
either. It's just what happened, you know.
yeah.
And it kind of annoyed me because a lot of my cred was on the line with this whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
I had the vision of how I wanted it to be, and anyway, I got so embarrassed to the point where I was like, "Fuck, dude!" I said to Frank, "Either I'm starting my own brand or I'm out of here. I can't do it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, boy, we'll fucking start another brand." And that's when Strobe
Yeah.
came, and that was really hard because I had dudes on Boom who I wanted to take to Strobe, but I couldn't do it, you know.
Yeah.
Apart from you.
Leave something behind.
Yeah.
Nah, we got Bernie Phil as well.
Some of you made the cut. Otherwise got left behind.
Yeah.
No, but I'd put a lot of effort into Chey in the Boom
Yeah.
days, and he was the best dude. I'm like, well, I don't want to start a secondary team with secondary dudes. I want the hot dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
And
keen
so-
just because like Boom just looked like it was getting so.
I think you
big.
were getting frustrated with it as
It
well,
was
right?
just like the team was like, I don't know. It was like,
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of like this thing where like if you sell Boom in your town, you got to pick a dude and he's the Boom rider. So there was like the team was massive.
Oh, it was
And-
huge. There's that board, the Boom team board.
But
And
then
it's
there's
got
dudes
like,
that weren't on it. Like, you know, the guy from Ocean and Ice. There was, you know, other dudes down in Wellington that probably weren't on that board as well. There was like a few dudes, but it was kind of like, I don't know. I just thought it was like something fresh and new, and I was kind of like keen to jump on that.
Yeah.
And I think Bernie was on. Who was on the first on the Strobe?
Seacom, Muddy, Bernie.
That
Is that
was it? Eh? That was like the New Zealand crew.
yeah. Yeah, it was, sorry, I was just thinking about it because I was trying to remember, like, because Justin stayed on Boom. And so, but the thing is, we still had, like, Justin, Jeff Sanders, like, the Mapstones, like Boom was still strong. And I feel like Boom kind of became...
Boom probably was stronger. Probably, I don't know, sales was. It was
Oh,
still
for sure,
probably
yeah.
killing
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
you know?
oh yeah, totally. I think like the name and just like the jeans, like everything was really established.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and you guys, Boom was making a push into Australia at that time too. So
yeah, and that. But I mean, so was Strobe. I mean, you had Mike Denovan like on Strobe over there, and he was ripping.
But then, like, that was probably at that point, it would have been bigger than anything in Aussie as well, like a skate brand in Aussie.
yeah, I think it was quite big, eh?
Oh yeah, they buzzed out like when around like 96, 97 when like Justin and everyone sort of went over there, and it was like, and they were like, oh, it's the invasion started. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know, one of the most proudest things I am about that whole time is that Strobe illumination process.
Yeah.
That video still holds up, dude. It's fucking
Yeah.
pretty
Dude, that
sick.
was, yeah.
Your part was amazing.
I was trying to think when I first saw it. I
Yeah.
felt like,
Seacom's part's killer, Muddy's part's killer. Like it's all
yeah,
OG, but it's
Yeah.
fucking rad, man.
yeah,
really
Well,
cool.
it's still one of my favorite parts as well. Like, kind of, you know, it pops up and I have moments. I was like, fuck yeah, that was sick filming for that. And
Yeah, and
Yeah, just going
we
out
couldn't
on
have done that
missions.
without all the riders actually going out and doing shit, you know, like it was,
Yeah.
everyone wanted the same thing and we all wanted the vision to make a rad brand that people could be proud of, you know. That's how I feel anyway.
yeah. And then, yeah, those are good times and, you know, fun moments. And yeah, I thought Strobe was sick. And then, so what happened after that? When did you, because I left
Well,
kind of,
okay,
I went to
Did you go to the States again?
no, I think I went to the States. I went on a trip and then ended up running out of money in the UK.
Oh yeah.
You went on that trip with Buckley, eh, to Europe.
No, that was the time before that. But then anyway, I was in the UK, ran out of money, and I remember calling Seacom going, and Seacom's like, this might have been the start of the ending for Frank. Like maybe things weren't going so well because like they'd sold like a bunch of my boards, and I was like living like one meal a day type stuff. And I'm like, I remember ringing Seacom and goes, oh yeah, all your stuff's sold out, man. You know, board's gone. I'm like, oh dude, do you reckon Frank could pay me? Maybe even talking to you, and then like Frank going, oh no,
the common thread.
But like
Do
me,
you think Frank could pay me? The money that he owes me.
but it's like I've been in that situation now, kind of like, but back then it was just like I had no money, ran out of money, stuck in the UK, didn't have a job, so it was just kind of like I was like, man, I actually need to eat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just getting this straight. Oh, nah, not today.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then,
boy.
And then I kind of, anyway, that was kind of it. I was stuck over there, came back, and then I was just like, oh man, you know, I felt like hard done by because I was like,
Yeah.
and then I ended up leaving,
Yeah.
and
That's right. Yeah.
and it wasn't too long after that you kind of split.
No, I think who'd you bounce for though?
No one.
Or did you just leave?
You
I
were
just
on
left. Oh no, the thing was, I went in, grabbed about 10 boards,
Yeah.
and then went
Then
and said,
left.
"Hey, I'm out."
Okay.
Peace.
Because I reckon that's what might have happened, right? So like that happened, and then what?
I think I was the first out of everyone. Then I think maybe Kev, or maybe you left.
Yeah.
Kevin went with you, and there was like
Yeah.
a few little.
Because what happened so Frank was doing Alien Workshop and Tamieto and Giant. So it's
Dude,
Elements and New
Frank
Deal.
had like the
He
best,
had all the brands.
the best shit.
And I kept getting these, because they were my contacts from my time in America. Everyone was calling me going, Morri, dude, what the fuck? You know, Frank hasn't placed an order in like a year and a half. What the fuck? Surely he doesn't have product still. And I'm like, I knew he couldn't pay. And I lied for a little bit, like for about 6 months. No, it's really slow down here. And And then finally it just became obvious that, oh shit, I can't keep lying to these dudes. I've got to tell them.
Yeah.
And then and that's when I said to Cherie, oh man, there's such a good possibility with all these other brands because people do want them and we're just turning it down. And someone's going to take these brands off him if he doesn't do
Well,
it.
dude, DC got
Yeah.
taken off him, you know.
And at that time, I
had
think it
DC.
was hamstringing our ability to sell Strobe properly because he couldn't make shit because he couldn't afford to pay for the product,
Where
right?
did all the money go?
I don't know.
Chips to
I always just
Fiji.
wonder where did all the money go?
Well,
Like,
we did take a lot of product.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I didn't
and
take that
yeah,
much.
and,
He was in
and,
Fiji a lot though. Yeah.
and yeah, that accountant.
Leon Palazzaro.
Leon Palazzaro, the crooked accountant, was up to.
Yeah, I wonder.
I think that because I remember
There's something
I-
else going on, didn't they?
that time that he, I remember Nelsky saying, you know, like that time that he came in and said, "Oh, all the computers have crashed and we've lost everything." Yeah. It was like,
And so then, like I decided, all right, I'm going to do my own distribution.
Yeah.
And I had a company car and everything, like, and a pretty good wage, dude. Like I was making good coin. And I was just like, fuck, I hope this is going to work.
Yeah, it was a step, hey.
And I remember going up to his office and just handing him the keys. What's this, boy? I'm like, I'm going to leave, Frank.
done.
He's like, oh, come on. Are you fucking serious? Like, don't be stupid. And I'm going, fuck, am I stupid? I don't know. And anyway, yeah, the rest is history.
No regrets.
Yeah.
so that was
Well, hasn't been easy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So you left and Kennedy left at the same time, didn't he?
No.
Was that?
No, he
or did
left a couple years later, I
stay-
think.
Oh, he stayed.
Yeah.
And then, and was that around? Did you leave before the Mapstones?
Well, they'd already gone back to
Oz.
Australia.
Yeah, they were in Oz.
And
but,
they would-
but then when they broke up with Frank and kind of all that stuff.
Well, that
with the
could have
brand
been
happened in
slightly
Australia.
after I left because they
Yeah.
probably saw the writing on the wall. Same thing was happening to everyone, you know. Like,
yeah.
you can't run a brand properly with no money. You know?
I remember I left and then I had a bright idea. I'll start a brand. And then I think Bernie came with me
Yeah.
to like do ABC. And then my mum got sick and got cancer. So that kind of like got a big handbrake on because I went down
Yeah.
there to hang out with her. And then, because I remember writing for you at one point for
Oh, you did?
Element. Yeah.
You-
came
you wrote
back.
for New
Maybe
Deal,
I came
right?
back up. No, I remember Element because I remember you
Was it?
gave me these sick Element like pants with like a piping down the side
Oh, yeah.
and like a little zip. No, I'm pretty sure I was on Element.
No, you definitely did.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
that led into that trip to America.
Yeah. Then I was kind of maybe in the States, and then you linked me with the
Yeah.
Element guys. Yeah. Okay, so you take the plunge, start
Yeah.
doing the distro.
Yeah.
You picked
Which
up
was
all
scary.
the brands.
Which was scary because the whole industry was run by cheapskates back then.
Yeah.
And I'd
You weren't
and,
sure you were
and
going to be able to
California
get in.
Dreaming was the arm of cheapskates.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, dude, if every cheapskate said, no, fuck you, Morri,
Yeah.
I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Would completely. Then they could have all boycotted and just said, "Nah, fuck you." And that's why I had to go and supply the oppositions like Skate Snow and you know the people that I probably not would have, but you know what I mean.
Because they had brands.
We had to go down a kind of slightly different route because I had to have a bit of a backstop in case it backfired on me, you know.
Yeah.
Because they had the brands more like Deluxe and stuff like that, like this sort of more Hesh brands and Foundation, was it?
Yeah.
Like Tamiro and...
Yeah, like at the time, Toy Machine was killing it, and Alien Workshop was killing it. Element was the biggest brand in the world, and you know.
Yeah.
So what brands were you doing when you did all the Giant stuff and then Alien?
Well, no, sorry. So when I first left, I only took Giant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to ream Frank. That was the last thing I wanted to do. I fucking love Frank, right? And I was like, oh, no, I can't do that. So I did Giant for like a year, and then I can't remember which one I got next. I got probably Tamiro next, and then again, maybe 6 months later, a year later, I got Alien Workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you were doing it out of your place just off Williamson Ave. It was just like, I remember going over there and getting boards, and it was like just in the bedroom or something like that.
Yeah. Here's a funny story. So we used to sell more then than I do now.
Wow.
That's how much the industry's fucked.
Damn.
Crazy, eh?
Sad state of affairs.
At that little bedroom.
Yeah.
And I got 10 times more brands. But it's just how watered down the whole thing is and how the internet's just fucked everything, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of didn't really want to get into that, but what do you think
Me
is...
neither. You got a violin?
What's the... what is the state of affairs these days? And maybe lead us into After Hours. I guess that was a reason to start your own wood company.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I've always been a guy who has sponsored people because they're the best. I think once you get to a certain level, you deserve to be sponsored, and so I've always gone, this guy's the best in Wellington, this guy's the best in Christchurch, this guy's the best in Dunedin. I'll hook them up and fucking pat them on the back and say, rad, fucking you're the man, right? But there's certain things that come with that because older dudes are generally better around the 18 or 20, and they kind of get into that. I don't know, they're just harder to do what you require them to do.
Yeah.
They want to dress how they want to dress, and they fucking, you know, they don't know how to play the game. Like basically, I have to sell shit so I can give you free shit. A lot of people don't understand that, and they, you know, and if they're getting a photo in the mag not wearing anything or not riding the right board or whatever, I might as well not even have given them anything because it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Like I can only give you so much as I'm selling, right? And that's always been frustrating over the years, and so I've always seen these younger kids, it's so fucking hungry for it, but it's always been like, oh no, they're just skate park kids. You can't support them, and I've just looked at it a little bit differently nowadays. You know, like I'm not 100% going down that route, but I thought with After Hours it would be something different. We can post younger dudes, and the dudes that I've got, it's like 4 or 5 dudes that all hard out. I've been skating with them for five years or so. I know all of them. They all know each other. Some of them have sleepovers together and stuff. All the parents hang out together. Like it's a full crew of rad dudes that all are really good at both tranny and street. So I'm like, fuck, there you go. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And it's come at a perfect time where the American dollar's really bad and US pro boards are getting more expensive. And it's like, all right, well, this can be at a slightly cheaper price tier. And I kind of know what to do, and I liked After Hours. I thought it was rad. Billy, my daughter Billy, is going to uni this year. She was looking for a part-time job and couldn't find one. And I'm like, why don't you just do this? She's going to be she's majoring in fashion design.
Sick.
And she's really good at sewing and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, later on we can go into like cut and sew stuff and actually make shit properly and have her being the pattern maker and stuff like that. So won't happen straight away, but like we will have that ability to do that, and she can do some cool shit herself, you know.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's only
Is she still skating?
Yeah. It's just she's works Monday, Tuesdays full time.
Yeah,
and then uni the rest of the week. So she gets off uni at 4:30. By the time she gets home, it's dark pretty much.
Yeah,
and so she hasn't been rolling as much as possible, which is really annoying her. But
and how's it going? Like you're selling a few boards? I saw that you've done like the next drop. Or
yeah, well, the problem is, man, there's only like 6 to 8 skate shops in this country, you know, and they've all come out of a really dark time. Everyone's been sitting on inventory for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years.
Still pretty dark though.
It's still dark as, yeah. It hasn't the problem's not solved. And so, no one's writing big orders or anything.
Yeah.
And we're still yet to prove ourselves, you know. We've done some stuff, but I think, it looks pretty cool if you ask me for a Kiwi brand. And
well, it's cool that you're doing something. You know, it's going to give him opportunity to, I guess, those younger dudes that are coming up, and it's
And Steve Nichols.
you got to support the old fellas. And I just think we're trying not to be. There's other Kiwi brands who are super rad, that not your one, but are trying to do skateboard, trying to do skateboard brands right.
Yeah.
So film correctly, take photos correctly, only skate the streets, and I totally admire that. And they want to potentially branch into Australia and all that shit. Rad, but that's not what this is about. I don't have no aspiration to do that.
Yeah.
This is more white collar or blue collar, is it? Like the working man,
Yeah.
Just the everyday tradie who turns up with his high vis down in Gisborne.
But I think those.
What's the price point? Is it kind of?
It's $110.
110 for.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now, most pro boards are getting up to that $200 mark, so it is significantly cheaper,
Yeah.
I think like those other brands are they really do cater to that between like 18 and early 20s, where kids do sort of start getting really into like edgy fashion brands that look kind of homemade and and they only want to skate the streets, and
So like that's exactly why we did the Jessica Reddy board, New Zealand's first girl board.
Yeah.
Like she deserves it. She's amazing.
She's
And
on another level.
but there's been a shit ton of shops that just have not even ordered it. It
Didn't
shows you
want
how
to touch
retarded they are,
Yeah.
That's what we've got to deal with. But I don't know, just showing respect where respect's due and doing something different and cool, and there'll be more of that to come. And kind of not doing like a hardcore blank, just doing it cheap and whacking in like a cheap one color logo on it and just making it cheap for the sake of making it cheap.
Yeah.
I'm not into doing that. Try and do some cool shit,
Look pretty, like you've got like shitloads of colours in some of them, and they stand out. Looks like.
And what pisses me off, every Johnny's starting up a new brand left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Slanging it out the car to at the local skate park to the homies, but that's kind of just ruining the industry.
Yeah.
They probably don't think that. They think, oh, we're making money and my homies getting cheap deals, but you're actually fucking skateboarding.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched so many companies come and go, and like people have started them, and I've said, look, like they've often asked me to like come and be involved, and I'm like, yeah, but
how many brands have you seen over the years?
It's like I know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna start a brand, you're gonna last for a little bit, and then you're gonna need money, and you're gonna have to go get a job, and then the brand's gonna die.
The frustrating thing for me is they've all got other jobs. They all work full-time jobs, totally cashed up, working normal jobs.
Yeah.
And then it just takes away from the skate shop,
Yeah.
the distributor, the magazine, because they're not going to place any ads. They're not going to hook up any riders for free. They're not going to do any tours. They're not going to film videos. They're not going to do, it's just, it does actually ruin it. And that's what we're trying not to do with After Hours. We're trying to do it right. That's why we've got a big team, putting money into it, placing ads in manuals, supporting the culture, supporting the industry.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
What's I guess what's next for you guys? Going to do a tour and make a video, or kind of just
no plans like that just yet. Look, they're young dudes who are ripping and getting better and better all the time. They're by no means the best guys.
Well, they'll probably grow to be the best guys.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but who knows? They're all.
I mean, they're all out there every day. Like, I mean,
Timbo's
every day they're out there
amazing,
filming.
Oh, Timbo's amazing. Yeah, he's
already
another
on there,
level on
yeah.
to the younger dudes. But
He's fresh, he's
and Timbo's. I sponsored Timbo because I spend a lot of time in Mangawhai, right? And he's from Mangawhai.
Yeah.
And I just see, oh man, he fucking how come no one hooks him up? Like he's amazing, and he wasn't sponsored. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
let's get him on board. He's rad.
I thought he was from Wellington, or was he just?
No, he's just down there on uni. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's
true.
studying down there.
So just looking at things a little bit differently, and people that kind of want to be on board and like it, not like, oh, pluck this guy from Wellington because he's the best. I could have got anyone. I could have got James Huntley or whoever,
Yeah.
But it's kind of not what it's about. Like, yeah, we've got a good crew.
Yeah, mean. Levi's going to bust a freestyle out for us right now.
Bye-bye.
I think we've kind of bounced around a little. Oh, yeah. Talking of James Huntley, name us your top 5 New Zealand skateboarders.
Can I go vert and street?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, vert would have to be Lee Ralph, Gregor Rankin, Dave Crabb, Scott Wilson, Dion Picari.
Stu Kendall.
Oh, fuck. Can I have 6?
Well, you can have 6.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Dion, you're in the number 6.
Yeah.
She's way up there.
Stu Kendall, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Fuck.
What if he was alive? Or
Oh,
he
he
was like 10 years on a board longer.
He was just about to turn pro for Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
He was the next Santa Cruz pro.
Oh,
He
man.
was incredible.
I saw him at Kerry, and he was like just doing frontside ollies, like just
skating for a bit. Sorry, Levi.
Well, he started getting into partying a little bit because he became old enough, to go to raves and
I
shit or
felt
whatever.
like he kind of was like, maybe at those nationals that you told me to skate in the open, he was like coming up, and then like maybe a few years he was like getting to be the next level dude,
Yeah.
and then kind of almost disappeared,
Yeah.
and then came back when he was on
I
road.
remember running
did a
into him in
trip to-
town like one night, him and his brothers, and like jumped in the back of their van and went to like some clubs and stuff, and like,
Yeah.
but then he came back like hard.
Yeah,
like,
I skated with him in America once at McGill's, and he was on fire. And then in Europe, he went to Munster, and I think I got like 15th, he got 16th or something, or it might have been the other way around. I can't remember, but he did really, really well.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh my god, who is this guy?"
yeah.
Yeah, insane.
Seems like a lot of the Kiwi dudes have real good style, like you, Lee.
Oh, can we talk about it? Like, I had really bad style, and I look back at the first Torquay ramp, right, and I'm like, oh my god, who was that guy? Like, holy shit! Like, seriously, bro. Like, people come out and go, "Oh, you got really great style, man." I'm like, have you seen the old footage? Fucking terrible.
Your New Deal days were like,
yeah.
know, man. I thought
1281's all right, but Useless Wooden Toys is a bit weird. But I did progress. It's more, like, I reckon
and
is
the tricks you were doing though were pretty sick, like the shove it nose slides.
yeah. It's
and then
as you
the
progress with
lip tricks.
your skating, so everything gets bigger, faster, higher, longer. You learn to even out your style. Like, it just comes, right?
Well, it's a natural shape that you form to go faster and higher.
And honestly,
What didn't you like about your style then?
oh,
Like, and I'll
just
tell
go
you
back
what
and
I
watch.
like.
Fucking terrible, man. Like, I guess
Maybe you coming up like maybe I missed that, but like I remember like you were smooth. You kind of like you did your boned ears. with,
oh,
like,
just everything's a little bit gammy, not quite bone, not quite the inverts aren't quite flat.
Too
Like,
harsh, bro.
just once you get to a certain point, everything's honed properly.
yeah.
That's what I like, and I feel like my early skating wasn't like that at all.
I feel like as boards progressed and as the equipment progressed, I feel like when you were riding like a double kickboard, and like I think like it's easier to skate, and it's like, and you were just like, I just remember like that footage, like seeing you skate like Linfield, and you just look so like I'd never seen anyone that comfortable in a bowl,
Yeah.
like in like real life,
Yeah, well,
This
that
is the
came from my
footage
surfing times, right?
Yeah.
That's the surfing that did that, and then in my vert skating later on, when I got more technical with my vert skating, like key disasters and backtail shoves and all that. That came from skating with you guys on the streets.
Yeah.
I had to try and like a whole bunch of all my vert mates through that Spittles ramp stage area, right?
Yeah.
In the late 80s, a lot of them gave up, and they were like world-class vert skaters, man, like fucking badass, right? And then you had to start street skating, and they're like, I can't ollie up a fucking curb.
Yeah.
I'm over it. This sucks. But I kind of persevered because I skated with you guys all the time, and I skated with the Mapstones, and
Yeah.
and Scoey, he was my flatmate, Chris Schofield,
Yeah.
and we'd skate with Scoey every day. I'm like, you're
Well, that was-
fucking incredible. I've got to try and get as good as you, like, and
Yeah.
I learnt so much off all you guys, and
Well, I was
Yeah.
learning off you guys as well, like
I was way behind, but I was
Scully
like-
and, you know,
Oh,
I
Scully.
felt like we were kind of learning stuff together as well.
Yeah.
Like,
to me, I was reborn, man. Like that whole learning how to street skate era for me was like starting to skateboard all over again. And it was so rad because it kept my whole enthusiasm and passion for skating because I was like, fuck yeah, this is rad. I know how to vert skate. But
Oh, but you were dominating vert skating. I remember
Yeah.
kind of you coming along with us and being like, okay, sweet, you're, skating with us. And then like me trying to go to skate vert and be like, fuck, look at him.
and I was stoked that you used to come to some of the sessions and we're trying to, you know, I was like, fuck yeah,
I
Chey
remember
did
we
in
used to
India.
go-
That's like,
Even, what was that little ramp on the back just over the bridge? I remember going
I
there
got
with you
a
one
couple of
time.
photos of you at that ramp.
no
Yeah,
shit. I'm sure I did a back tail on that thing.
probably.
But I remember skating that and then kind of like trying to keep up, but then getting smoked.
yeah, I remember you did that backside 50-50 on that ledge down the stairs at Aotearoa Square.
Yeah, that was
And like no
gnarly.
one had ever really skated that. And you
Oh,
like,
the kinked one.
And it
Yeah.
went down and then flat.
Yeah.
And you did it like it was backside and it was really high. It was
Yeah.
a really high ledge and like I don't know, I remember that kind of blew my mind when you
Yeah,
did
it was a
that.
period there where we all skated Aotearoa for quite a while, you know.
And skate station
Mm.
because like having that indoor like a skate rink like
Yep.
with the ramps every Thursday night was just
Skate
Oh, the
station.
skate
Oh,
station.
yeah,
Skate
Pakaranga.
I thought you were
Yeah,
talking about
Pakaranga.
Graffiti Junction.
yeah no
Yeah, we
no
had-
like
We had that demo with like, remember Costin and Kareem and Markovic
yeah.
and all that.
Oh man,
That
that
was
demo
epic.
was that
Mirko
was
Mangum.
life changing. It was when I saw Cream Campbell, I was just like, wow, that's my new favorite skater.
Yeah, we had good times then. It was good party too.
yeah that was definitely some interesting times.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what was that demo anyway? Was that just hardcore brought them out and kind of kicking it with you guys and that?
What was
or-
that?
It was about 92, wasn't it? Or
I think
it
it was just the
93?
hardcore did the usual Easter tour, eh?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, yeah. Because they all rode for like World Industries and 101 and
Yeah, it was kind of like a world almost thing, but then Planet Earth,
Yeah,
Mirko
no, it was
Magnet.
Markovic.
Prime and World, and then but Costin like that was because I got a girl T-shirt off Costin.
Was it
like
girl?
a-
Just started.
nah, he
or
was on
something?
101 with Markovic.
Yeah, but I remember he had girl jeans and he had like and because there's footage
Girl
of
was
me skating at
93.
Aotearoa Square and I'm wearing the grey with the blue and grey girl logo that I got off Costin, and like yeah, that was it must have been like
Oh, sorry.
93.
We forgot to talk about the top 5 street skaters.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
run it back.
That's really hard, man. It's I can't. How do you pick that? New Zealand has got a rad history.
I think their vert history is like stronger than
Nah,
the-
dude, there's been some fucking epic street
There's been
skaters.
some epic street skaters. I
Yeah.
mean, you've got like
It's
you've
too gnarly,
Mm.
too gnarly. But obviously the Binz right here, Aotearoa.
Yeah.
And I'm
man.
gonna go to say Chris Schofield. I've got to put Scoey in there
Yeah.
because
Scoey
I remember
was
the
sick.
time when there was 2 people in the country that were way better than everyone else, and it was these 2 dudes, Chey and Chris,
Yeah.
going at each other, and he had the best style.
Chris said, like, when you're talking about bad style,
Yeah.
I looked at the Nationals video and I'm like, damn, I look like a giraffe with my legs are way too long. You know, it's like Gumby, like, ooh.
Nah,
but
you don't
Scully's
know.
style was like smooth. You know,
Smooth,
it was
eh?
kind of like when he went into the ramp, he kind of like,
See, you said that after the last episode, and then I went and watched that footage again when you posted it, and I was like, nah, Chey, you always looked good, and like
do
you
you
were
remember,
boning
like,
things when people
do
weren't.
you remember
and
when Craig Bycroft sprouted like maybe 2 foot taller and it looked like his legs were like a foot longer and like he looked a little bit Gumby for a bit. Craig, I love you. You only were Gumby for like maybe half a year. But anyway, that's how I felt. My body was out of proportion. It
You
felt
did have a
like my
long
leg-
torso
Something.
for a while.
But
But
I
anyway,
That's
thought-
probably that
I
baggy
thought that-
T-shirt or whatever.
Could have been.
I thought that style looked cool because you were doing everything higher than what like
Yeah, I
because
think
it
that's
became
what I
about
had.
ollieing,
I had height.
and you were like
gap, a
ollieing, like
jump
doing
shit.
lean
Whereas-
grabs on the mini ramp, and you know, like you were, yeah, it
But
was
it-
sick.
Yeah.
But Scully was my favorite because I skated with
Yeah.
him all the
Yeah.
time, and
Remember
and he
And
skated
I was
sort
like,
of like
Chey
Derek
from
Dresden
hell.
or
I
like,
mean,
you know?
Napier.
when he came back, he stayed with Ed Templeton, I think, in Huntington Beach, and then he stayed with Rick Ibaceta and SF, and he skated with Mike Carroll and EMB and all that,
Yeah.
you know. And he came home, and remember he was doing those pressure flips down the stairs,
Yeah,
Dude.
360 pressure flips down the stairs, and we were
Yeah.
all just at AT. Remember, and we were like, "What the fuck?"
Dude,
Yeah.
he came to the Nationals.
He
I
late
think
shoved it.
I feel like
Oh yeah,
I felt like he'd just come back because he like bought all these new tricks, and I was like, maybe like pre the Nationals, like just skating in skate domain, and like he's doing like pressure flips, and then I remember like everyone was like that night like, whoa, how the fuck do you do that? And we're like all trying to learn them. And he was doing them at a high pace, like going fast and like late
did
shove
the
it. So it was like
hard
pressure
out late
flips,
shoves, eh?
late shove it's, and I was just
Yeah.
like, dude, I can't beat this guy.
but
with
that's the
my
thing. Like
repertoire.
he did them pretty good. Like he popped them high and like went
Fast.
fast. Like he always skated fast, and it was super
He did skate
inspiring.
fast, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing some footage of him at Aotearoa, just like same things, skating super fast and a very hill, like boom, catch at
Yeah.
speed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was super bummed when Chris kind of like stopped skating because he was
Same.
like my he was kind
Yeah.
of like my hero, you know,
Go,
like
go to street skater. I was like,
yeah.
what an hour and do. But
Yeah, shit.
yeah, and then behind you two would be, you know, Glenn and Bernie, all-time favorites. Like
Yeah.
I spent so much time with with those dudes, and fucking amazing. Both of them.
Bernie Fu for me, and what's the video where he does the nose grind down?
Bowen.
Bowen.
Oh my
What
god.
video part's that? He's got two songs. It's like
Screenplay. RM screenplay.
No. This was a Strobe video. Like,
Oh, and did the no slide. No, he did no slide.
was it no slide?
Yeah.
Whatever that part is, like, was I thought like fuck, he probably deserved last part because
Yeah.
his shit was like
Yeah.
super tech and then hitting rails.
Well, you didn't expect that big hammer from a tech guy, right? He
Yeah,
always
yeah,
skated
yeah.
ledges and did all his techie shit, and then he steps up to the biggest hubber in the whole of Wellington, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
That was rad.
Oh yeah, so keep going. Wignall
And then-
as well.
Both of
super
those
tech.
dudes that switch
Yeah.
tail down Vogel rail in Wellington.
Mm.
Still no one does that shit
Yeah.
right now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was super
And I
good.
think he did Nolly Crooks down the other one as well.
Yeah.
You know, the overbridge one.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to give it up to James Wright.
Mm.
Next.
I was thinking Baby James.
Amazing.
Tech
Super,
Lord.
super rad.
Yeah.
And then Greg Timms. Shit I've seen him do is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just unique.
Oh,
Popped
Greg
out.
Timms,
Rad.
late 90s. Yeah.
But
He
there's
was-
heaps, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Who do you want to pick? Shane
Seeker
Matheson,
Martini.
Seekham,
Yeah.
Justin,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Levi. You know, Edwin Massold, fucking heaps of like all the guys on your team. You know, like
Yeah.
Tommy Finn.
Tommy. Yeah,
Well,
everyone.
that
Yeah.
period that you're talking about mostly was kind of like my favorite. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's all good. But then, you know, for me, like when I was kind of like right in deep, like Bernie Fu, Greg Timms were kind of like, wow, watch out for those dudes.
I
'cause
think
they're
that era
like-
is pretty special. Eh?
Oh,
I always remember
yeah.
that back and go, wow, untouchable.
yeah. Like to me, Greg was like our Josh Kalis, you know, and
Yeah.
as good.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I
Okay.
was just stoked because he just would do like massive nollies just over stuff and like over picnic tables and stuff, and you knew that they weren't even like American picnic tables. They were like proper
Yeah.
like high ones.
Yeah, but
Zealand
it's
wood
everyone,
ones.
you know, like I even have mad respect for Matt Scarrett, you know,
Mm.
and Muddy.
We
and,
saw him the other weekend.
And so many dudes, man. Like you just can't.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting about a million of them as well. Like there's,
there's
just
so many.
Rodrigo Herring and Craig Bycroft and Bill Bycroft. Yeah, you just
Rodrigo
go
skating. Skated with him.
Reese the Man
Bill-
Campbell, forgot him.
Yeah.
Incredible, you know. Everyone.
Yeah. No, we got some talent, for sure.
Hell yeah.
And it felt like there was a period where like a lot of the, you know, New Zealand would get so small that you know, dudes would want to, you know, search out the next region, and it was like everyone would go to Aussie, and there was a point in time where like the top Aussies were the Kiwis that are left to go there. It was
Yeah.
like in the street
Yeah.
skating scene, it was just like, oh, that guy's on such and such, and you know, he's like the biggest element dude in Australia, but it was like a Kiwi, you know, Pedro or someone like that.
Yeah,
It's kinda
yeah,
like,
I remember when we beat Australia in the Trans-Tasman Cup of Skateboarding that Nike held,
yeah.
and it was Björn pulled out like switch frontside feebles down the big rail at like Riverside Skate
Yeah,
Park,
yeah.
and just like, and everyone was just like, he just shut it down.
Björn,
Like
yeah,
Shane O'Neill was like a
Björn.
little kid.
Oh,
Remember
I forgot
Björn?
him. How could I forget him? That's
Dude.
what I mean. I'm going to forget everyone.
Yeah.
But,
Well, he seemed like he was a little bit after the Greg Timms and
Bit younger
Bjorn.
and stuff,
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I feel like we've still got good skaters for sure. There's still some world class skaters that we have, but I think they're lacking the same drive that the dudes
Something's
back in the day
changed, eh?
had.
It's kind of like, yeah.
They're doing shit. Like some
Yeah.
of them are doing cool stuff, but just there was more of them trying to go for it back then.
Yeah. Oh, what about you? We kind of got Theo and Cato.
Oh,
those
that's what I'm
guys.
talking about.
Yeah,
Those three dudes especially are.
yeah. Yeah,
The world's their oyster. They've just got to go and grab it, you know.
I think things used to seem a little bit more attainable. It's like, I feel like the level now that the kids see is so high when you see people doing like flip trick to board slide, like to lip slide down Aotearoa, or, you know, like just,
Yeah, it's not necessarily how good you are though.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do the big Olympic stunt. Like there's Casey Foley's
Yeah.
and Tom Snapes that are pro. Like
Yeah.
they're not as good. They're not going to nollie crook a 22, you know. But they have their own lane and they have their own style and and
Tom
finesse
Snape.
and yeah.
He's amazing. Yeah.
And Gareth.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yes,
forgot
yeah.
Gareth. Yeah, but you know, you've just got to have a point of difference. You got to be a cool dude, be able to get in the van. People have got to like you. And you
Yeah.
got to take your opportunity. It might not happen straight off the bat. That's what I was saying about all those trips that I did and all those demos around everywhere. It takes a while to get. You can't just. There's no team manager in fucking LA checking out such and such's Instagram and Invercargill, and he's not going to pluck them out of the sky. Like it doesn't happen. You've got to go and do it.
yeah.
You know, you've got to be under the dude's nose, and you have to do it.
So are you into like the new fashion trends? Like you've always been sort of like
Very
quite
good.
sharp with like keeping up with the trends and like tight jeans, baggy jeans, stripy shorts, bandanas, long hair, short hair. So are you gonna be like wearing the big baggy pants with the little t-shirts and like?
No, I'm almost 60 years old, mate. It's not happening. But I do have something to say on this. So when we grew up, there was the skateboarders who were frowned upon by the whole of society, called nerds. We were called nerds.
Yeah.
And we were hated on. We got beer bottles thrown at us, everything, like
Yeah.
by rugby jocks out of the cars, right? So we grew up hating the fucking rugby jocks and the sports people, right?
Yeah.
And so when skateboarding brands, apparel brands, skateboarding deck brands, and skateboarding shoe brands came along, we were like, fuck yeah, we've got an identity that we can rep ourselves. And if you wear an S t-shirt or a DVS t-shirt or whatever, and you see some dude in the street, you're like, that's a skateboarder. Fuck yeah, you're the man. Woo.
Yeah.
Good on you. And we were proud as to do that. We were
Yeah.
proud to be called skateboarders, right?
Yeah.
Now, 20 years later, every fucking dude's wearing an extra small soccer shirt with whatever corporate logo on it
Yeah.
and the same shoes, and you're definitely dressed like a soccer player. I don't get it. You don't look like a skateboarder. You just look like fucking Ronaldo or something.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's horrendous. So no, I hate it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. Do you
It's
think
kind of
that-
sold out. The corporates have come in and sold out the essence of it. You know,
Yeah.
we no longer look like skateboarders. We
Do you
just
think
look like
that's,
normal people.
that's partly because a lot of the mainstream have taken on wearing skate brands to the point that skateboarders, like, because I kind of remember that happening in the 90s, like when Vision Streetwear and all that stuff, Airwalk and like all that stuff became so big, and then it was sort of like everyone started wearing t-shirts with nothing on them, and like from, you know, Walmart or whatever, like just plain t-shirts and Adidas, like Gazelles, and you know.
Yeah, you're probably definitely right. That Mark Johnson
Yeah.
era where everyone wanted to wear blank shit, right?
Yeah.
But I think maybe I could be wrong, but I think maybe quite a lot of it is to do with like the big brands, you know, Nike, Adidas, Converse, New Balance, whatever came on in, and remember back in the day there was transworlds that were like that thick, right?
Yeah.
And they had like Etnies, America, Audio, blah, 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 all these shoe brands, right? And all those shoe brands placed an ad in the mag. And they all sponsored different dudes. And it was great because everyone got a slice of the cake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big dudes came in and paid people like Costin and P-Rod all this money, but no one else got anything.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's it. Like, when are people gonna revolt against like those bands? Is
they've
it gonna
tried,
be,
man, but unless someone's got big balls and unlimited amount of cash, and all the skaters want to do is get paid, right?
Yeah.
And so, who in their right mind is going to come out with a core skate brand and go, I'm going to get fucking the top 5 gnarliest dudes and do like the girl in chocolate of footwear for skating? It's not going to happen because you're up against all these multi-million-dollar companies. And so those multi-million-dollar companies
It's going to buy their way into
they can
staying
dictate
cool and
the
getting
fashion
people to like them.
by what they're making, because Tiago is going to wear what he's told because he's getting fucking 30 grand a month or whatever,
Yeah, it seems like you weeded it all because, like, back in the day where DVS Audio, those guys were making millions,
Totally.
like easily $1 million a year off like a royalty and a monthly check. It was like, and then what's happened to that? Like,
but until there's a revolt, I just see it.
But where's the like? Okay, so at a point of time, skate shoes maybe they were selling to like the general public as well, and was supporting the skaters that were getting the money because like skate shoes were like huge, and then now that there's only 4 major brands, are the same amount of people buying the shoes as they were back then?
Oh, absolutely.
But then where's all that money going?
Well, look at the new manual that just came
like
out.
10 dudes.
What are the shoe ads in there?
Yeah.
A Vans ad. Oh, and I think there's a Converse as well. But not regular support. Where's the Nike team in New Zealand? Jessica Reddy, that's it. Where's where's the Adidas ad?
Remember when there was like when I was on DVS, there was probably like maybe close to 10 dudes. Or DC had like 10 dudes.
But that's the thing. They also give away product to them is kind of like nothing. So like they can hook up like 10 dudes or 10 people and like give them free shoes, give them like enough shoes, like 12 pairs of shoes a year.
It's kind of like it's not keeping the the culture alive because like there's no.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that it's. But for someone who's getting 12 free pairs of shoes a year, it's like that's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even saying that. It's just my perspective. Like,
yeah.
They do. Don't get me wrong. They put a fucking shit ton of money into skateboarding, right?
Yeah.
But in different ways. But I'm just saying it's probably not as watered down as it used to be. Like the money's not dispersed to how it used to be.
Yeah.
So there's top dogs get on these teams, but then there's nothing for anyone. There's no crumbs for anyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just don't. It's not that great. I don't.
What do you think? Where's skateboarding heading? Kind of with that. Like, do you think it's kind of like petering out, or is it still?
Yeah, I think participation's down, and I think a lot to do with just COVID burnout. I don't think people are socially as active after COVID. I myself aren't. I don't go out very often to socialise with people. I just
It's hard to gauge because like we're kind of middle aged, or you're like a bit older than us too. So it's like like I don't go out, but like I go skating just about like whenever I can. And
but then we were kind of down at the park. We've been down at the park the last couple of Sundays, and it's like hectic down there. So
it was heaving the other day. Like Vic was heaving, but there was a lot of scooters and bikes, and
it's a bit of everything. But
it's just because we're there.
I think everyone goes to Vic because it's polished again and it's new, But like at BSP, after COVID, there was like 40 new people there. And I'm like, oh, where are you from? They're like, oh, I'm from Birkenhead. I'm like, well, I come here every day. You don't.
Yeah.
They're like, no, I just started skating after COVID. But now, cut the long story short, they've all gone. Like every single one of them, they're gone.
Well, it's hard, and like and
we need another virus, eh?
And every time someone gets back into skateboarding, you have to pay. It's like it's cruel. It's like you're going to get hurt, and there's people who get hurt and keep coming back for more, and those who get hurt and then go, oh no,
It ain't that forgiving, is it?
No.
Yeah. What about injuries? You've kind of had. It seems like in the last 5 years, you've had probably more injuries than ever.
Yeah, I was always really good. Like up until 40, I kind of had like, usual shit like broken ribs and fucking whatever, like broken wrists and stuff. But now, like in the last sort of 10 years of what have I done? I snapped my calf muscle, ACL surgery, broken collarbone with a plate. Bursa burst open on my elbow and wouldn't close for 2 whole years. Another couple of broken wrists.
Do you reckon it's
Some more cracked ribs.
Do you reckon it's because Mangawhai is cursed and anyone that skates it?
I was gonna say, is it because you're skating
Million-rolled
massive
ankles, you know,
concrete bowls? Like,
Just old, bro.
It was funny because we saw Matt Scarrett down at Exia the other day, and he kind of planted that in my head. He's like talking about skate parks, and somehow Mangawhai comes up and he goes, "No way, I'm touching that thing." Just have you heard how many people have broken themselves in that thing?
I've seen a lot.
I'm
like
scared
Dave
of it.
Crab, Dave Reed, you probably had a few.
Yeah.
Whoever skates it ends up.
Oh, it's pretty. Like I skated it last Saturday, and I'm like, I think I was just trying to warm up before I hit the lip, you know, and I would like, first lip trick was like I tried back D on the face wall, right, and I'm like, oh no, it's not quite right. Jumped away, and I'm like, oh fuck. Just knee sliding from something that high on concrete, you totally forget, you know, and you're like, that's right, okay.
If there's sand in the bottom of it too, and like your knee pads hit the sand, like
Dude, you need those Dennis the Menaces back, bro. Call them up.
he's R.I.P. Dennis.
Nah, but it's injuries are gnarly, especially when you're old, because every time that you have off, you lose confidence, right?
Yeah.
You know, and my knee was like pretty much 2 years because I tried to skate, retore it, fucking.
Did you do it? That was on Mangawhai?
No.
Where was it?
So that was in Linfield. I don't know if you ever saw that footage. I did that frontside tail around the corner in the deep. And it was in one of the videos. And I was like...
Jumped out.
And I did it. And I'm like, oh, no, I'll do one more. It wasn't quite right. I can get it better than that. And I jumped out straight to the flat and just landed overextended like that. Fuck, that hurt. That was really sore.
Yeah, I just had ACL and an MCL a few years ago, and it's actually taken until the last 6 months to actually start skating.
That's a hard one to come back from, man.
And street again. I was like just riding like downhill, and every time I'd try and skate ramp, I'd I tore my hamstrings. I like tweaked my knee again, and that's why
everyone says, oh, why don't you come and skate a 6-foot mini with us? You're the vert guy, you could shred it. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I can skate a 2-foot mini ramp, and I can skate an 11-foot fucking big bowl, but I can't skate anything in between. Because if I have, especially if I don't pad up, you know, I can't skate a 4-foot mini without padding up, because this thing will just fucking break straight away, man.
Yeah.
Just go, it'll
shatter,
splinter like Cinderella's fucking slipper.
Yeah.
No way.
I can just feel it, you know. It's like, nah.
Oh, you know, it's scary when you bail like at that height, like above 5 foot, and try and run out of it, like I did the other day at Vic on the vert wall, on the big wall, like, and
yeah, dude, nah.
And I was like, oh, like,
running
I
out
forgot
of
that you
anything
can't,
is scary.
like just falling from that height to your feet.
Yeah,
it's
no
crazy.
chance, eh?
So talk about skate parks too. What are your kind of some favorites, and what's kind of on the horizon for?
Oh man,
what have you been hearing?
I think Auckland's in a really bad stage right now. Around the country, Wellington's getting some good ones. Finally, long overdue though. Stoked for them, you know.
Yeah, what's that? The latest one, Lower Heart, Up Heart, or one of the Hearts?
Is it? I think
That one that
Lower Heart, I think. Hey,
Huntley always skates.
yeah, it looks
That
pretty
thing
fun,
looks
man. Yeah,
Slick.
Slick Rick, but and then the Paraparumu and those other couple ones.
What about the Mount? Have you skated
Nah,
that?
I don't like it at all.
You don't like it at all?
I think it's
Quite condensed and like a
I think the bowl's too
hallway
small.
of-
Like
can't release on it.
can't. It's only. It looks. People say it's 9 foot in the deep, but it looks to me like 8. You can't blast a big air out of an 8-foot bowl. You know.
Yeah.
If you look at all those Vans Park Series bowls, they're all, like on the extensions, they're 11 foot. You know, way bigger than they look in real life. So that's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
Gizzy is like everything's too big, too extreme. It's like the old S&P Park in China. Everything's a bit
kind of
You know, the
doesn't.
fucking-
One's too small, one's too big.
You know,
Well, it looks like the run out is pretty weird on the Gizzy one. I've never been there, but like it just seems like
and it's there's no flow. It's all back and
Straight and
forth,
back.
and you know,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, because we've been in like the same sort of chats, I guess, about like the situation in Auckland with like a vert ramp and you know, and the state of like just skate parks just being built at like lots of small sort of playgroundy sort of things. Yeah, so but you guys are both like kind of trying to do stuff to change that, yeah.
Been trying, but there's only so much passion and energy you can put
Yeah.
into it before it falls on deaf ears, you know.
Yeah.
hopefully soon there'll be something, you know.
Hopefully, yeah. We
Um,
definitely don't mind doing some work for it, but far out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cranberries.
There's some things a bit left unsaid.
What was your fetish with them? No.
Oh, yeah, I had a bit of
actually
a crush
driving
on Dolores at one stage, but that
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was very short-lived, mate.
No, I was driving today.
My
and
friends
actually,
keep giving it up, bringing it up.
Zombie came on the radio, and I was like, "Ooh, I've got a question."
No, at those times, I honestly
Oh,
felt
no,
because
it was all good.
I do listen to a lot of female artists, and I was also like every skate song that comes out is either punk or hip hop. I'm just gonna buck the trend and do what I want to do. You know, I was kind of stoked actually doing something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't matter if all my friends mocked me. It's all good.
That's
Hey,
right.
I've had a lot of
Destiny's
shit
Child,
over the
bro. It's all
years,
good.
mate. I can take fucking anything thrown at me. It's all good.
Shit in the air. That's one that I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
But yeah, dog shit air. Yeah, no, I'm kind of coming to the end of my list of just maybe is there anything you want to talk about that we kind of maybe have missed, like good times, bad times?
No, I just want to say that like my wife Cherie's been epic with just guiding my whole life. I feel like if she wasn't around, I would have been fucking a totally different human and would have
Yeah.
probably not accomplished a lot of the shit that I've done, you know, over the years. And so she's been epic, and my family's been awesome. Being a dad's been the best thing ever in my whole life. Like, so rewarding. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
And I'm super stoked to have that privilege to be their dad, and way more proud of being a dad than anything I've accomplished on my skateboard, for sure.
Yeah.
Hands down. And
Awesome.
and also, you know, shout out to Reese Campbell. He worked for me for 20 years, and we had some fucking epic times together, and that was a chapter that sadly ended, but
Yeah.
I just want to shout out for all his hard work and stuff, you know. It was really cool.
Yes. So
So do you have any Radar? I know Radar just like passed away. Like, do you have any stories about Radar?
Oh,
or
no,
like,
no.
I just remember like, I don't know, like it was sort of like such a. When we worked at like Boom and Kelly D, and like I just remember you. You know, according to Frank and Frank's dad Stan, you were always on the phone to bloody Radar.
Yeah, he was just such
yeah.
a character, mate. I mean, we'd always go down there and get fucked up, you know. So it was all the stories of Radar, fucking just crawling home in the gutter after doing bad things,
Yeah.
and just spewing and just that kind of shit. It was
Yeah.
and just all night up to that was just drinking and talking. Literally, if you know Radar, he's a historian.
yeah.
It would all just be, the whole night would just be skate nerd talk, but in a rad way, you know. And
How about like you mentioned like being pranked when you were younger? Like, are there any other like? Because I know Radar was pretty into like pranking and.
oh yeah, I mean,
Was there any that
yeah.
like spring to mind that?
you know, Jason Parks got his eyebrows shaved, I think, one of the first nights, and he
Yeah.
was horrified because he got too stoned and passed out or something. just shit like that, you know, epic stories. But
Yeah,
there's too many to remember one.
yeah,
But yeah, he was a character, mate. Good dude.
yeah, I never met. I maybe
We
met him once.
actually fell out for like 20 whole years, but for one reason or another. But yeah, I mean, when I was coming up and I was a young kid, I think it was because I was like solo mum, no dad, wanted to really try and impress, and I didn't really have fuck all going on because, you know, we had fuck all going on. I really had to try and be that dude to stand out, and to a lot of people, I came across as a total fuckwit when I was like, I don't know, like that 18-ish sort of time, right? And like, oh, Morri's a big head, he's got to, but it was more just, I wanted to get under people's nose to fucking say, hey, I'm here, like it's me, like I'm trying to do my own thing and get noticed, you know, like not noticed, but wrong word, but you know what I mean? I had like a little part of me that,
Did you just had a drive and you wanted to get?
Well, not really, because like the skating thing, the pro skating thing, it just happened. Like we didn't go to America to turn pro at all. It was just a trip.
Yeah.
And I got hooked up by those dudes. One thing led to another, and then I was like, well, fuck, I guess this is what I'm doing. And like when I got that ultimatum in LA, move to LA or not, I could have gone, oh, I really want to be a pro so badly. I'm going to go and live there. I didn't really give a fuck because it's not what I intended to do in the first place.
That was me too. Like I felt like I was staying with Tim Gavin and hanging out with the girl dudes. Like, you know, I was like, I'm in the thick of it. If I really want it, I could have just stayed there, and then, you know, I'm sure if I was in those circles, it could have, like, something would have happened, you know, like I was on DVS getting some shit. Rob was trying to get me on, like day one was kind of saying, oh, you can come ride for Decker. It was I was kind of like you. I was just like,
I never really tried to do
LA
this.
Is like you said, it's just like a concrete jungle. It's like head doing I felt like if I had stayed, because I was partying with Keenan and all those dudes, they were getting on the next type of thing, and I was like in there, and I felt like I maybe have dodged a bullet, you know?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think the thing that kept me in skateboarding, like a lot of people are like, oh, Morri, you always tried to film video parts and tried to get out there and tried to keep skating. He just wants to be famous. But it was, for me, it was never like that, right? Like if I skate stink, it's not really good to me. Like it doesn't. I'm trying to explain. Like my drive for skateboarding was to enjoy it more. So like if I learned a new trick or pushed myself more, the more stoke level I'd have, you know. And even till like 2 years ago, that's what I wanted to do. I'm like even like last year at the Bowl Bash, I fucking did a frontside rock on a slide in the deep. Yeah. And it wasn't to prove to you know. I'm like, I can still fucking do it, man. I've still got it.
That's the same with me skating today. Like I gonna go out and like, it's not because I want to, you know, put my shit on Instagram, which I do, but like, it's kind of like, it's the actual physical
enjoyable,
thing,
right?
of doing
that's
that trick.
We were saying, like
amazing.
A lot of people we know have kind of like they peaked and then they quit, and they were like, no, that was it. Like I was there and I'm not. But for a lot of us, it's like, well, I can't quit. I have to skate.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that's a sign of a true skater, because you're skating for the right reasons, you know, and you're doing it for the buzz, which
that's
is
what we were saying. Like, you know, maybe they weren't into it enough.
And like what I was saying about when I first saw you skating Linfield, and now seeing you skate like Mangawhai, and you skate it like no one else skates it like you. Like you, like the way you hit the hips and like your. You know, like it's so sick to watch, and like I feel like you're like a fine wine.
Cheers, bro. Hey, you know what I was saying earlier on about, you know, certain friends of mine couldn't get with the street skate vibe, and that really like kept my skating alive and my passion, and it rekindled a whole new thing for my skating. That's the same as, I was never that great at bowl skating back in the day, you know. Like I grew up at Skatopia, but there was different kind of bowls. I feel like moving up to Mangawhai part-time and skating in those events and shit.
Yeah.
I did like 6 years of them or whatever. That totally has made my skating like 10 years more enjoyable, because I've become this totally different skater to how I used to skate, and now that's all I like to skate.
Slappy curbs for me.
Yeah, like, same shit, right?
It's like, I don't even need to like ollie up. I can just ram in.
Yeah. See, as you get older, you just got to kind of find what is still enjoyable, you know?
Like my skate ability, or like, I don't know what you want to call it, has just been extended another 10 years, because found something that's easy on the body, and
that was
still getting the same enjoyment as
man.
like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah. And that was the same for me with downhill and like and doing that and like
here we go. We're on to this one now.
No, but then also like I don't know. Like now, like I don't know. like
No.
coming back to slapping curbs and like getting back into that. And,
Yeah. Well,
and
me
you know,
and
like,
Levi have been skating heaps together.
Yeah, I've
It's kinda
seen
like
it.
we
It's
live
inspiring, man.
fun,
I'm like, fuck, I need to get on one of those sessions.
But we
Bro,
need
come
to
join us, man.
find a fucking real cool spot or make a spot. I reckon it's
yeah,
kind of
well,
like
it's happening, you know, and like, and you know, like, and it's easy to get disheartened with when skateboarding's in a lull, but like at the same time, it's always when the coolest stuff happens, and like, you know, like the people that really care are like building DIY things and building curbs. Like,
Dude,
you got like
I remember
Nick
when-
Wall and
yeah.
you know, like, and the Newland guys like Nate and that, and you know, Parksy, and you know, people are
oh, dude, that thing
doing
was
cool
sick.
stuff. You know?
Shout out Parksy. He's the man.
Yeah, hard.
His
Yeah.
pool is amazing. You guys been to his pool?
I've been.
I need to go back. Last time I went there, I just my body was not.
I think I was with someone when we got invited. Maybe I was hanging out with Barry. Yeah, Barry got invited, but then we kind of.
Oh, that's
couldn't make
right,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe you invited
yeah,
him.
I invited
yeah,
you.
Tanifa.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that was my
gnarly.
only opportunity.
I'm
So
definitely
far.
keen to go back. Like just now that I've been like kind of skating a lot more park and transition and everything, so it'll be fun to get back there and give it another go. But it's
It's
terrifying.
fucking pretty hard, yeah.
Is it full of water right now, or
I think he's going to drain it real soon, yeah.
I thought
yeah.
it was. I thought I saw a
Parksy, get at
session.
us?
Oh, no, he actually did 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
I
I
saw
didn't get the
Lorna
invite.
skating it or
Fucking
something.
bad dude, man.
Yeah.
Bad dude.
Yeah, is that thing pretty sick?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's,
perfect?
it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. It is, but it's steep.
Yeah, it
You
looks
can't drop in
pretty-
the shallow, you know. You got to run
Oh,
and jump
right.
on your board like a proper backyard pool, you know.
Yeah, like it's like you've got to get up and then kind of carve around the top of it. Like
Right.
it's that there's like that in between
Right.
transition bit that you like. It's just doesn't. It's, if you don't hit it right, it's not workable.
And that's how he made it like that. He wanted it to be.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
loves that shit. He goes to America and travels around.
Finds the hardest shit to
Yeah,
skate.
he loves it. It's his buzz, you know. So it's
Yeah.
cool.
You know, shout out Parksy.
Yeah.
Middle of things. You started or you helped start New Zealand Skateboarder with Phil Erickson, was it?
Yeah, I did. Well, again, like I met Phil through surfing through my friend Steen Webster, who was the editor of New Zealand Snowboarder, which is owned by Phil.
Oh, yeah.
And so then Phil was like, "Hey man, like I want to do this thing," and I was kind of reluctant because I love Manu had already started,
Yeah.
but on a kind of a smaller capacity. You know, they're doing the smaller zines and shit.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And I love Dave Reed, and I was like, fuck, I don't know, it's not that cool to do something like that. But I was like, well, I'm going to try and do it differently to how they do it, you know?
Yeah.
And anyway, I gave it a crack. I did it for like, I don't know, 6 issues or something, maybe?
Was
And
that
then it got
one a year or was it kind of like by?
Nah, it was twice a year, I
Twice a year, yeah.
But man, I got frustrated. Again, I got frustrated with that because Phil wouldn't let me design it like a skate mag. Again, it's kind of like my credibility on the line. Like, and I got so bummed on it, even though I was vocal. But the one issue that I had quite a lot of creative freedom on was the last one I did, and that was the Carl Trill Bowen cover with just him standing by the handrail on the cover.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some creative freedom to do something different. That's the one I'm proud of. The other ones are a bit.
No, the first one was good because I had the interview.
Oh, yeah, that was quite a good one too, eh? Yeah. That was a sick interview. You had
Yeah,
good
it was quite
photos.
fun. Mm.
Yeah.
Who was on the cover of the first? Was
Ollie Logan?
there an Ollie on
I think
that
it was,
kind
on
of
that rooftop-y
whoop-de-doo?
thing.
Yeah.
Man, we like back then Phil was so pedantic on getting like in focus shots that I'd get handed all these epic photos of epic skaters doing epic tricks and he's like, nah, it's too soft.
Right.
I'm like, ratchet. So then we'd always have to run like some mediocre photos,
Yeah.
like a switch crook on a fucking ledge this high or whatever.
I thought you were gonna say flat
I
bar because
remember
I
that,
had a
like
flat
getting.
bar on there.
And
I
it's
remember
like-
we'd go out and shoot photos. Like I remember shooting photos with Neil skiing, like, and getting like a big alley-oop frontside straight legger on Grey Lynn, and like, but it was just slightly out of focus, and it was
always. Because there
Yeah.
wasn't that many good photographers, so they were always not quite right. And I was like, fuck, frustrating because I got some epic tricks, but just, man, yeah.
Oh yeah, Yeah, no, that was and then what did it continue on since after you left? Or?
Yeah, remember Chris Charlin and Nigel Roberts did them, and
That's right.
Yeah.
maybe someone else. I can't remember. I think Campbell Johnston, didn't he do one or something?
Possibly, yeah.
Campbell Johnston.
What other things did you kind of have a hand in New Zealand in skateboarding that we
Man, we just
did some videos?
so many of the big day out. We did heaps of big day out demos and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Tony Hawk and Danny Way and everyone. You know,
And- Yeah, I remember that first one with the mini ramp was sick.
ran and organised a lot of the nationals. You know, only entered the nationals twice. Once in '86 or '87 or whatever, and then in 2000, and won them both. I'm pretty stoked about that.
Which one was it? 2000? Where was
Remember
the 2000?
Oriental Markets?
Oh, okay, yeah. That was a sick one.
Yeah.
That one there, I felt. Well, maybe
You won
the
that,
two- Yeah.
And Muddy second with the broken arm?
Yeah. Was that the first? Did we do two down there? Or was
Yeah, I
it
think
just
so.
one?
Remember Dan Buckley did the Scully did the one-footed 360 shove it?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, that's how he'd start his run, was it?
Yeah. That was the first one. It must have been the first one.
Scully
Yeah,
was
that
in the
was-
first one.
Yeah, and
That
Dan
was-
Buckley, remember?
I can't remember
That was that one because that
Yellow
was
t-shirt.
What was the one when the car got flipped upside down?
That was the second one.
Oh,
You did
yeah.
that one, and your nose gone on that big tall
Oh, yeah,
thing.
yeah. I snapped.
That was a killer photo.
I think I snapped my board and then rode Sweeney's Element.
Remember we had
Featherlight.
those after parties at those clubs, and they had punk gigs and punk band and shit, and we were all
Yeah.
like fully slam dancing and stuff. Do you remember those?
Yeah,
I didn't go to the
those.
second one in Napier.
It was killer.
Once was enough.
Scarred for
You
life.
got scared out of town. They stole your stuff and like had you on your way.
Dude, like I stayed with like the ex-head of the mongrel mob when I went down there that first time, and that was pretty wild. It's like, hey, I've got this friend you can stay with. I had no idea.
Shit.
Shit. Did Frank Edwards give you your winning prize or whatever it was for 2000? Remember he tried to renege on giving me the ticket, and then you went and batted for me and like said you can't do
Was
that.
was
mate.
that because you were his team rider, so he didn't have to give it to you?
I don't know. I think they stuffed up that year, and like something happened because they didn't make it. They lost money on it because something to do with some electricity, and maybe some wires got cut. And I remember Shiloh.
God, you
was
got
in
a good
trouble
memory.
for
I
something.
totally forgot that.
Yeah, because that was it. Like he was trying to recoup.
Well, you would
costs.
because it was your prize.
He
Yeah.
was trying to recoup costs any way he could, and it was just like, okay, there's one less ticket to the States we need to pay for. Nah, Frank was mean. Like, I remember actually, Frank said to you guys, I think you guys were like, oh, we're going to give Chey a board. And then you were like, oh, I'm not quite sure. Oh, maybe we will, maybe we won't. And then Frank goes, nah, you got to give him a board. And I'm like, I think he was kind of like solidified it.
Yeah. No, he was awesome, man. Like, think of how many rad comps Frank put on for skateboarding. You know,
Yeah.
like he did a lot.
Yeah.
And,
No doubt.
Yeah, like before you were saying you've done a lot for skateboarding and stuff. I reckon over the years of promotional money and advertising and all the things, I reckon I would have spent close to $1 million
Who?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
on skateboarding in this country.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
Now I'm
That's a
bitter
lot of-
about that
That's a lot
because
of broken
if I hadn't,
boards.
just like those Aussie distros, if I hadn't have done that, I'd be cashed up right now.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I think now times have changed. Like, if I was to do another board company now, I'd do it completely different.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
of outlay.
It's hard, man. Like, because I mean, by the time I'd finished working with Frank on Boom, like I was pretty much done with the industry. Like I was, I was still stoked on what you were doing, and I wanted to like support you and keep like ABC, and then when ABC got like axed, then it was sort of like, I was still rep def, but it's
But yeah, look at what Musk is doing, like, and Josh Callis is kind of doing their own little thing. It's kind of cool. I think that's maybe the future. Like,
I think in America you can because there's such a big population,
there's
like
millions of dudes, yeah,
if you crack into 0.01% of anything, you're cashed up. But it's gotten tough, man. Like, and it's a shame because I have no qualms about putting money back into skateboarding, you know. But it's just getting tougher and tougher to do that, and that's a shame for skateboarding.
Oh, dude, I remember, the amount of stuff like, you know, like you're saying before, the boards that you were giving me when I was on kind of getting stuff for a new deal. Like, I was just like a kid, just blown away.
Yeah.
And also when was that you that bought the Justin Gerard and that was out off your own bat?
Yep.
Like,
We also, I don't know if you remember when Zero was popping off and was the biggest brand, we brought 11 team riders to New Zealand for the Dying to Live premiere in Green Lane. The whole entire team apart from Jamie Thomas. Chris Cole, John Rattray, like Matt Mumford, everyone.
Must have been out of the country.
Yeah, Ryan Smith, Lindsay Robertson, all those dudes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, it's cool. 11 pros. Gnarly.
Was that the biggest board company at the time, you reckon?
Yeah.
The last 20 years, what's kind of like...
Oh, man. I mean...
How's Toy Machine going right now? Is it kind of come back?
Well, Toy Machines went super good and then it didn't so much, but I think like right now they're kind of in rebuild model, and I think Mike Sinclair's doing a good job. Yeah. It's rad that, I mean, man, they're like, I would go to say almost the only international brand apart from Theo and Baker that just happened, you know, that give a New Zealand rider free boards, you know, like Toy Machine Flora as much free shit as she wants. It's rad. Which is respect, you know, but like Deluxe for us is still really strong, you know, Real, Anti-Hero, Crooked, still really good, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see those brands that have been going for like 20 plus years and still...
I mean, you go to those places and they're all just... You realize why they do so good. It's they're onto it, you know. They're actually run by skaters onto it.
Yeah.
They focus on everything, whereas some of the smaller brands are just... out of Johnny's garage and fly by night with his homies and just trying to put it all together, you know. They're not really professional or got a plan or whatever, you know. Whereas like Deluxe especially, really good. Yeah. Next level. Them and Santa Cruz, them and NHS pretty much are the
two big
have
ones.
to be the two good ones. You don't really know what they're doing, you know. Which is why they're still around, you know. And they seem to be you know, they give all the new young brands and people coming in a really good shine, like I feel like with Spitfire especially, and you know.
So what have you got there? Is that is that a
Oh, it's just a giveaway. What you want?
a giveaway? Like, do you want to
Who are we going to give it away to? Yeah, so this is a giveaway Chey asked me to give away.
are you giving it away?
Yeah, why am I doing that? We already talked about it.
Well, 1 million.
Might take it back.
100.
So this is a 825 popsicle and a faded stain with some wheel wells. Like the wheel wells.
Yeah, what's the go with all the wheel wells?
Oh, man.
Levi could probably help answer this as well.
I don't know. I just think they look cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they look super rad.
Especially with the stains, like
Yeah.
it's very Paul Schmidt.
Make the graphics pop out, I reckon.
Well, you can
and
have your tracks a little bit looser and like
definitely functionable, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, man, there's a lot of skateboards out there on the market, you know. And if you just whack a heat transfer on the bottom, what are you? You're not doing anything different, are you? So we're just trying to do different shit.
Yeah. What's do you want to talk about the wood? Where the wood's coming from? Or?
Yeah, it's DSM, so it's made in the same factory as Girl and Chocolate, and
So is that Dwindle?
Dwindle, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the old Dwindle.
Yeah.
But I guess they make heaps of people Zero as well, and Jacuzzi and Opera, and there's a bunch of people now.
Yeah.
But I think they're the best boards in China that you can get, you know. Like,
oh, dude,
I've never been a fan of China boards, but I'm actually riding one at the moment. I quite like it. Yeah.
I remember because we've done boards for them before as well, and they were like all good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, good, eh? Yeah. Because that's one thing I was worried about. It's like there's lots of bad China factories.
Yeah.
I also got a pair of Mackay Public Enemy shoes to give away too, so we'll have these ones.
Nice.
Somehow come up with a story as well. So stay tuned and win a board and some shoes.
Yeah.
Fight the power.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show, Morri. It's been
Sweet,
it's
man.
been awesome to
Respect for you guys, man. Love what you're doing.
Bro, love you, man.
And yeah, good to see you still rolling after all these years. And fucking, it's so funny to me. Like, I always used to think I was the oldest dude, and I clearly am still older. But I always used to look to you guys as way younger. You know, like you were just, you know. And it's so funny being the old dude now, looking at you guys, and you're so old.
Oh, dude, I thought you were gonna have something.
No, you know what I mean.
Like a real nice.
Like,
Dude, I can remember.
I spent so long looking at you guys thinking, fuck, Levi's just like a 9-year-old kid.
Dude.
And she's Chey, like this skinny kid from home Moana.
Long legs.
And now, yeah, you've got grey hair, you got glasses.
I remember.
And I'm like, fuck.
I remember when I was young and you were 35. And you'd be like, oh, when you're my age, you know, like your body's gonna be real sore when I get up in the morning, and like,
Yeah, how do you feel now?
I thought I was so scared of being 35, and now I'm like, you know, now we're like
50.
Yeah, exactly. It's a trip, eh? It's yeah, I don't think of you guys as young anymore. I just think of you, you know, as
yeah,
old
it feels
now.
like we're all
Same.
sort of like the same.
It's bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I never thought like I'd be still skating this at this
Crazy,
age,
eh?
eh?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember
That's
being a kid and being like 12, 13 and like was like, oh man, why doesn't any older people skate? You know, like there was probably like dudes in my town were like maybe 2-3 years max older, and I was just like, because I remember watching like an artist Ollie, and I was like, dude, he looks like he's a man, you know, like but
Yeah.
he was probably only 17, but I was just like, how come no other men in New Zealand skate?
Yeah.
Which I probably did, but I just kind of put him 10
Nah,
years
but
ahead.
super proud of what you guys have accomplished in skateboarding and your life in general, you know. It's rad to see.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Still not over. Still a few more things to, you know, boxes to tick and
Trying to write the chapter, eh?
Yeah. Still got a few little stories left.
Yeah.
Hey, Levi.
Definitely.
Good shit.
Yeah. Cool, man.
All right.
Thank you.
Sweet
Peace.
as. Peace.